Alright guys, so just a disclaimer before this entire episode starts, there's something really annoying that I say throughout most of this episode, and it's the phrase, you know what I mean. I say it more times than I can imagine. I'm just going to apologize for everybody. I don't know why I say it. I'm going to stop saying it so much because it was driving me crazy. If anybody wants to keep up a counter, you'd probably be torturing yourself about how much I've said it. So just a heads up, please do your best to just tune it out. But I say it a lot, and I'm definitely going to refrain from doing that in future episodes. Nonetheless, let's get into today's final episode of Gallop 2003 for a bit of time.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome to one of the last major episodes, for at least for a while, of Gallop Racer 2003. You're probably wondering why. Well, I did a poll on the channel, and if you're not familiar with it, I am going to start posting more on the community tab, not just the Discord. So if you're not used to looking at the community tab on this channel, make sure you do, because there will be posts in regards to polls, horse racing stuff in general, and video updates as well. So sometimes I think that might be easier for some people, but the poll's still going on. I've only had it for 8 hours. I've actually created 2 polls, and excuse me, we're gonna get into this year here. Be a Legend, I'm gonna keep racing them. Like, at the end of the day, I still want to get him at least a 3rd title, and usually I don't race horses too far past their peak, so I'm kind of curious what will happen with him, and just to see how strong he can still try to remain for us. But I did a poll. I said, which Gallop Racer series is your favorite to watch right now on this channel? And there were 37 votes. 27% of you, which was the 2nd highest, voted for Gallop Racer 3, the only Gallop Racer that I live stream, which I didn't realize people actually liked watching that series, so that's good to know. So obviously I'm going to continue to go strong in that series, since technically it's actually my best and my strongest series on the channel. But the number 1 voted game, of course, was Gallop Racer 2004 with 46%. I was shocked to see that Gallop Racer 2001 and 2003 both only had 8% with a couple of votes. And based off of that poll, I then went to ask you guys a second question that now has 25 votes, and I said, what do you personally not like about Gallop Racer 2003 compared to 2004? And 64% of you said that the reason why you don't like 2003 as much is because you can only have 6 horses. 12% of you said because the gameplay is harder. So that was interesting to see, and then the others weren't really that important except for like the category other. But I figured most people we're gonna choose that, not being able to have more than 6 horses was kind of a deal breaker. So long story short, I'm saying that now that I know at least where the interest lies primarily on this channel, we will be going back to focusing more on 2004. I mean, I was already heading that direction anyways. The poll just kind of helped confirm that was the right decision for me to make with the rebuilding and whatnot. I'm still enjoying this game a lot, like I said, just because like it's not as stressful as 2004 is for me sometimes. It's still very challenging, but I've really been enjoying this game. So I'm glad for those of you that participated in that poll. Thank you. I appreciate your feedback, because that helps me to know as a content creator where I should be focusing my efforts. So yeah, like I said, this will be the last major episode of 2003 for a bit of time. I'm obviously still going to continue to play this game because there are still things I want to achieve. I haven't even won the GWS yet. I don't think. Did we win the GWS with Vivid Legend? Oh, how can I even check? Because like the hall here, the Hall of Fame is so weird compared to 2004. I'm not a huge fan of it. There are some things about this game that I don't really like. It just tells you the titles. Yeah, Record Breaker, All-Rounder, Horse of the Year, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I wish you could look in more detail. It just tells you all the titles you've collected, which to me is kind of weird, So it's like, unless you remember specifically, you're kind of out of luck. And I really can't remember who got some of those titles, just because it's been a while since we've gotten, I would say, big titles. Honeybee, Vivid Legend, obviously they gave us quite a few. But that's really been about it. So one thing I was looking at before I started recording here, Perfection. This guy's been extremely consistent. Let's go ahead and check out his stats. So out of 25 meets, he's had 8 wins, 7 places, and 2 shows. So that means he's at least finished in the top 3, 17 out of his 25 times. And he's won 3 grade 1s. So, like I said, it's just a bummer that his stamina's not good because, I mean, he's been pretty consistent. We haven't had much, hardship with him, really. It's just, like I said, the stamina is not something that I want. And his abilities aren't great. Like, Bears is obviously not good. And Closer is kind of tricky to activate. Like, it's not one of those things where you can get it every time, like Last Corner Leader, at least I don't think. So that was a bit of a bummer. Now, I'm actually going to save some of these horses because I haven't really saved some of them. So we'll go ahead and save him. So I just want to give you guys a breakdown in the update as far as that's concerned. And this year, we'll be having Monsters Legend making his debut. Cannot wait for that. Dear Vivid Dream. This has got to be the year for him. He's 4 years old now. I think he's got to have a really strong breakthrough year, this year. With several grade 1s. Obviously, we are going to run him in the GWS. I think he'll be ready for that. Again, he's very consistent. His health is his worst rating. Otherwise, like, I think all of his stats are clearly going to be in the 70s at his peak and higher. So, like, he is going to be a really strong sire. So, I'm really looking forward to his future. Like I said, 16 meets. He's finished in the top 3, 10 out of 16 times with 2 G1s. Not bad, but we still need a couple of these stats. Like, once his speed and staying start to pick up, that stamina hits 70. Essentially, once all of his stats hit 70, like, I would be surprised if we couldn't still find a way to win with them. So, all right, Perfection. I don't even know what to do with you, bro. I really don't. Blah, 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 blah. 6 to 8, like, grade 3s. He's going to be carrying a handicap. I run him on the dirt, actually. I'm going to run him on the dirt in the February S, just because, like, I'm not using him for breeding, so might as well. Now, Dear Vivid Dream, we got to get you rolling this year. Wait, he has 2 grade 1s or 3? Only 2, right? Yeah, only 2. I think at 8 furlongs. We're going for the Mile Champ title with him, which is always the easiest to achieve, because usually the 8 furlong races are the easiest grade 1s. Now, can he run in any... Now, he's not a universal, not a dirt horse. So running in these 2 races would not really be worth it. The Climax, that's a big test. I mean, honestly, I think he could handle that race. I'm not expecting to win, but let's see. Yeah, I mean, he could handle the Climax if I decide to put him in there. This grade 2 Heaven Stakes, it's a nice race with a nice purse, but I think we should take a chance of running him in 12. And he doesn't want to wait all the way till May. So, second cup in Hong Kong, that's still going to be too long as well. So here's what we're going to do. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to run him in the Climax. That's going to be a tough race. And I'm curious to see who we're going to be racing against this year with him in those kind of bigger races. Monsters Legend, again from Vivid Legend out of Big Monster. Can't wait to see what this horse's abilities are. I might actually do some speed training, to be honest. I might do some speed training, so we'll see how this goes. As always, appreciate love and support. Another bit of housekeeping. If I haven't introduced them already, emotes should be available in the videos, for the videos, but I think, if I'm understanding correctly, you actually have to become a member, and that's a little bit of a bummer, because I swear when I set them up on my other channel, like, initially, at least when the program rolled out, you didn't have to become like a member, which is like, a monthly deal, monthly subscription deal. So, I'm not sure how else to put them on the YouTube channel without that. I think that's the only way you can through YouTube, for the time being. So, just be aware of that. I'm not even sure what the price is. I think it's like $3.50 or $5 max a month, something like that. But just know that emotes, by the time this video is uploaded, should be on the channel. We're going to go ahead and do speed training. Now, little dude over there says he doesn't know about him. That's a bit concerning. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit concerning. As he has a brother who will be hitting the track next year, and that's Mustang Alpha. So if this guy doesn't turn out to be great, is his brother going to have the same fate, or will his brother be the breakthrough? Kind of like the King Bee and his knucklehead brother, Thunder. I can't even remember his name. Like, that horse frustrated me so much. I can't even remember his name. But you know, King B was great. His brother, I could not deal with him. I was actually ready to get rid of him once we could. Ah, I can't do it. Oh my goodness, I feel so... New record for speed? Really? Imagine if I would have actually hit all of the whips on that last one. That would have been an even higher score, I should say. I wish I was good at balance training. I really did. I think that would help out tremendously, but... Interesting. Let's see, No, not you. You. He should be strong, man. Both Vivid Legend and Big Monster were fantastic. He should be really strong. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, they might not be compatible. I'm well aware that breeding two really strong horses doesn't always work out in Gallop Racer. I've learned that a while ago. And it's annoying that I have to say that, because I know usually there will be somebody in the comments, did you know that sometimes breeding the strong horses don't always guarantee us? Like, yes, I know. I've been playing this game for like 20 years. I know that. Usually when you breed two strong horses together in these games, you come out with something strong, but it doesn't always happen, obviously. Speaking of perfection, though, he's up in the February Stakes. Decent odds on the dirt, actually. Like, we're the third favorite, or, yeah, well, fourth favorite. We're supposed to finish in the money. I'm pretty surprised. Fairy Show is here. 8 years old is Fairy Show. You can actually run horses up until they're 9 in this game? Now, that's something I didn't know. I thought you could essentially run them up until the end of their 7-year-old season, and then you'd have to retire them as an 8-year-old. Because I swear, like, I don't see 8-year-olds too often in my races. Perfection, man. You know, he's from Perfect Art. She was awesome. But bad stamina, man. D-rate stamina, basically. I cannot breed that into any more horses going forward. Like, I refuse to keep that going in any of my, any of my lines. I've worked so hard to get away from that, so I do not want to go back to that. Believe me. Alright, so this will be 29. What's today's date? Today is 6/29. Alright. Almost a perfect start, but we'll rock and roll with it. Alright, perfection. Let's see what you got today, brother. Okay, he's running pretty nicely here. I'm really surprised that he actually has decent odds here today on the dirt. And his dirt rating is literally like... I mean, it's a step above okay. Like, you can actually get the okay rating, but I think his is, like, pretty good. Or, you know, not bad. Whatever you want to refer to it as. But I'm just going to say it's not bad. But still, not bad, and we have a chance to win today. What's his ability? Isn't it From Outside, or is that Dear Vivid Dream? Gosh, what are you doing, bro? Alright, let's see how he kicks. Come on, Perfection. Fight for us, man. He's fighting well, man. He's fighting at the top here. Dear Perfection is fighting pretty well. It's a battle with us in the 9 horse. We're going to have some trouble here on our outside, but Perfection is fighting really strong in this February Stakes. He's going to finish 3rd at the line. Ah, man. It's really it's such a difficult situation with him because he's an extremely consistent horse. You know what I mean? And that 58 stam, like, I mean, if we had a broodmare with double S stamina, I would totally use him for breeding. But, like, I don't think I'm going to get a broodmare like that for quite a bit of time. So I just feel like it would kind of be, you know, a waste, really. And he'll be taking up space. But fantastic race again from Perfection. He continues to overachieve, really, because, like I said, his stamina doesn't help him. But he's a sprinter, so he is good at the short distances. But, man. Just really wish I could use him. Because Perfect Art was awesome. She was so consistent. You know, once we got in rhythm with her, like, it was smooth sailing. I believe he is finally on the decline, so he's hit his peak. You know what's interesting? I feel like the boys are peaking quicker than the girls from... Well, then again, I keep forgetting. Perfect Art and Honeybee are from Crimson Art, not Vivid Legend. So Crimson Art has the longer growth type. Vivid Legend was much stronger. He achieved more clearly, but Crimson Art really has the growth type I liked. Because I enjoyed the fact that most of my horses weren't going to hit their peak until like a little bit into their 5-year-old season. Even halfway through. And then that means they still would have been pretty strong up until 6.5, 7. Now these horses are peaking pretty much as soon as they hit 5 from Vivid Legend. That's not ideal. But, you know, I mean, when you think about it, I feel like Crimson Art's foals, his crops so far have actually achieved more for us, technically, than Vivid Legend's foals so far. It just stopped, and I don't know why. Oh, it's still going. That's so weird. It's just like froze, the window froze, and then it came back. Oh, perfection. I mean, honestly, let's run you in this Eagle. Like I said, there's nothing I'm trying to really achieve with him. I might as well put him in the races that I don't normally put him in, just to see what happens, you know? Maybe he'll surprise us and give us something to, you know, kind of be like, whoa. And also the thing is, I can't even look for horses now. So, like, eventually I'm going to have to retire him. So, to be honest, especially if I want to do breeding again this year, I think I need to retire him after that race. I feel so weird doing that because he's really been a consistent horse. You recommend speed training. Well, I don't care what you recommend, little guy, because I was going to do it anyways. I felt like there was something else I needed to share with you guys, but I can't quite remember. If it comes back to me, I'll let you guys know. Oh yeah, there is a new series I will be bringing to the channel, which is also why I'm putting this series kind of on the back burner for a bit. That new series, I will share the details of at a later time. But the only hint I'll give you guys is to think about your best horses, your favorite horses in Gallop Racer. I prefer for you guys to really just think about your favorite Gallop Racer originals that you have bred and or created. I don't, you know, I should just use the right analog stick. Like, the game doesn't know which thumbs I'm using. I have nothing to prove by trying to perfect that with my left thumb. Like, it's not working. I might as well just use the right analogs. I mean, my right thumb. I'm going to do that next time. That was not a good session. But, like I said, for this new Gallop Racer series, any of you guys that play the game, have an idea of at least, like, your top 3 favorite horses you've used. That are, again, your own originals, not horses that are already in the game, like horses you were able to create from breeding. Think about your top 3. It doesn't have to even be your best horses. It could have just been 3 horses you really enjoyed riding on. Think about those horses and keep those horses in mind because they will come into play with this new series I'm going to be bringing to the channel. That's all I'm going to say. So, Monster's Legend. Speed's looking really good. I mean, he's going to be blistering fast. Big Monster was extremely fast with that grit ability. Vivid Legend, of course, in deep stretch. Once he kicked into gear, he was so strong and quick. This guy should be really fast, man. So, like I said, I hope, you know, Gallop Racer mascot is just like, you know, just sipping on something and just not thinking straight. Because, like, I'd be shocked if Monster's Legend was a flop. You know, but it's happened. You know, it happened with Art of Crimson. From Crimson Art out of Scabbard, I thought he would be great, and yeah, he won 6 G1s, and I don't know when my voice cracked, and like, I don't know why that happened, but you know, Art of Crimson wasn't terrible, but he, like I said, I think in the last episode of this game, he underachieved. You know, but I think that's partly because maybe Scabbard's just not as great of a broodmare in this game. And I didn't do that well with Scabbard in this game compared to, like, the others, like Gallop Racer 3 and 2004. Like, I did extremely well with her in both of those games, I think, once I got her into rhythm. But this game, you know, she won. She did what she needed to do, and then I retired her. But nothing special. Be a Legend. He is up in the Royal Cup. Now, if he wins this, I think he'll have his 3rd G1 at 6 furlongs, which means 2 more to get him that Sprint Champ title. Now, he's not the favorite. He is on the decline. He's been on the decline for quite some bit of time. It's a competitive field, man. We have Global Resort here, Dry Reef, you know, Sudden Crush, Far Fog, the favorite. Yeah, tough field. Very tough field, but we're going to give it our best shot with our dude. Like I said, he's on the decline. And, yeah, you can see his speed used to be mid to high 80s. Now it's all the way down to 69, so He's certainly peaked, but like I said, I'm going to keep running him until I feel like it's just not worth it, or until I feel like he's just not producing. So, hopefully this goes over well. One can hope, obviously. The horses are on the track. But I mean, he's still doing extremely well, considering he's past his prime. That's why it's like I don't want to retire him. And he's extremely fun to ride. You know, he's the last of Honeybee's, you know, kin for a while, because, well, we've only gotten one horse out of Honeybee, and that's this guy. And she was such a joy to ride. She easily has become one of my favorite fillies to mares that we've worked with in any of the Gallop Racer games, like 100%. She was so fast. I can't even think of another filly that's been... another original filly I've created that's been faster than Honeybee. Maybe, no, I think she's been the fastest. As a deep closer, she has been extremely dangerous. And I can't think of another horse that's been faster than her. And I got to get this guy going now because we're coming from way far back. And maybe I started too long. He's got way too much stamina. But let's see if he kicks in. I started from way too far back. He's rolling, though. He's got from outside. He's the one with from outside ability. Oh, Be a Legend's rolling. He's rolling. This is what I mean, guys. That speed I freaking love. And he dominates. He destroys the field in the Royal Cup. I think that's his third year winning it. Oh, my gosh. That speed is so... It's unbelievable how strong he can still be, despite the fact that the game has dropped his speed to 69. Oh my gosh, man. Literally as I'm talking about it, it freaking happens. I swear, people act like I just don't know anything about Gallop Racer. Like, I do know my stuff. Am I still learning things about the game? Of course. You know? I think there's always still quite a bit to learn just from random stuff happening that maybe is unexpected or unusual. But, I mean, I know Gallop Racer. I do. Especially now. I really do. You stud, man. Be a legend. Oh, I mean, I can't make it up. I'm talking about the speed of Honeybee and what I missed about her so much and how fast. And her son is like, let me remind you, I'm still here, Eric. Like, yeah, my mom is great, but like, I'm still very fast in my own right. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to lie. I thought we were way too far back to make that happen. We destroyed that field. And it's just proving my point. Like, that's why I want to keep running with him. He still can win. We can still win with him. And that speed on a deep closer. I was talking about it in the Discord a couple days ago. I think somebody asked, like, your favorite preference type. And I said, like, me on a deep closer, if this game was, like, multiplayer, like, I'm not saying I'm that great. I'm just saying if I have him or if I have his mother... If I'm facing any of you in the world, like I am confident I can make a run because their closing speed is crazy, man. It really is. Now, if I'm running on any other horse in any other position, and yeah, my odds would not be great, but I would feel pretty confident competing against other players if I'm running on closers like that. That's literally my favorite type of favorite style of running with these horses. I like running as a closer in general. I like being able to, you know, really run down the horses in the stretch. That's like adrenaline for me. Oh man, what a freaking win for Be a Legend, dude. Like, exactly what I'm talking about, honestly. It's exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I cannot let me see. 1 at 6. Where's your other one, dude? Hold on. That's definitely his second one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Shoot. I think that's his third sprint win. So 2 more and he should get his title. Perfection's up in the Eagle Stakes here in Dubai. Oh, who's going to be the favorite? Let me guess. I have no idea. I was going to say Scarlet Jewel. I was looking at her. I'm like, she's so fast. Perfection, again, decent odds, man. Or no, Moral Chimera. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've rarely heard of that horse. Moral Chimera. Or Chimera, however you want to say it. I think it's actually pronounced, I think. It's one of those things where like the CH is actually like a K and not like Cha. But anyways, we have a chance here with Perfection. I'm still riding off that win with Be a Legend because we weren't supposed to win that race, and he absolutely destroyed that field in the last, what, half of a furlong. And we tapped into that from outside ability. That's a great ability that we can pass on to others. And you know what?
We're on the track.
If we're lucky, any foals from him could get that closer. I mean, could also have that leg type. Even better speed. It would be awesome to breed him, this year with like Big Monster or something. But like I said, I'm still chasing that title, and he's still doing well. Like, I'm not going to stop running him until I feel like we just can't win anymore. But I don't feel like that at all, clearly. I've made it abundantly clear. Last episode and this episode, I feel like I can still win with him, and I'm proving that I can, despite the fact that his stats have dropped pretty significantly. You know, this is what matters for me in Gallop Racer. Like, I need to find the right horses I am, like, literally in a bond with. You know? And I don't think some people that watch me understand that yet, or maybe they're starting to realize, like, oh, okay. So he knows what he's doing on these type of horses. Well, yeah, I've been saying that for the longest. Like, I need the right horses. I think everybody does, man. I know some people are just super crazy good at this game, but I need the right... Is Perfection about to win the Eagle Stakes? Furlong left to go. No, we got the favorite on the inside. This horse is so consistent. It's such a bummer. I really don't want to... That stamina I can't do, man. I cannot deal with that stamina. Oh, Perfection. I am heartbroken. I am heartbroken. I really am, because you're such a consistent horse. He fights well every single time. Almost a perfect race. Almost won the Eagle Stakes. On the dirt. He's a turf horse. Keep this in mind. These are turf races. We're winning these. Oh, gosh. I don't know what to do. The boys are doing well, man. The boys are all doing strong right now. They really are. Dear Vivid Dream is up. We are the favorite in the Climax S. No way. I mean, this is his year, but, you know, I wasn't expecting that yet. We have Green Friday here, True Saint, Floral Derby, Amusing Earth. Only horses I'm actually worried about are Floral Derby and maybe Green Friday and True Saint. I'm not worried about any other horse in this field. So, Dear Vivid Dream wins this. That's a big start to his year. Really big start. Yeah, like, I mean, he's going to be a mid to above 70 average horse at his peak. So, we got to start rolling with him now. I have to start rolling with him now.
It's a beautiful night for racing.
But man, I don't know what to do. This is the time at which I was live streaming, because you guys would be able to give me, you know, some advice that I could then actually use in real time. But like, I'm recording this as we speak. I can't stop and wait, you know. Like, that'd be kind of weird to just make that episode like 30 minutes, the first part of it, and then just wait for you guys to let me know what I should do. Cassius Gal with the record here. Really? I don't remember that at all. Wow. One of our girls has the record here at 12 furlongs. I genuinely don't even remember that happening. I know it did now that obviously I'm reminded, but just like besides that, it's like certain things I do remember. Like, I remember certain races, but I mean, come on. We race so much in this game. I'm not going to remember everything, but wow. Okay. And actually, isn't Cassius Gal from Dear Puffy out of Crimson Art? So technically, Cassius Gal and Dear Vivid Dream are half siblings, because they have the same mother, different fathers. That's kind of neat. Obviously, they're my horses, but you know, I just haven't thought about Cassius Gal since we've retired her. So Perfection is still doing so well, but it's like, I don't even think I have a title with him. He has 3 G1s, like, and I want to make space. I would like to look for a broodmare with much better stamina. So, like, I think we're at the point now where I really do have to just let him go, and that's so hard. I don't feel like I've been in a position where I've had to make a decision like that in quite a while, and it's just like, it's hard because Perfection is such a good and consistent horse. But that stamina at 58, I just do not want to breathe that into any of my lines anymore. I think that would just be going backwards, you know? I do not want to do that. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, dear. Let's go, man. Let's go. Come on, man. Dig in, dear Vivid Dream. This is your race to win, buddy. This is your race to win. Let's go, Dream. Let's go, my boy. Let's go, my boy. Dear Vivid Dream is going to win the climax. Now, the 9 is charging at the end, but it's not going to be enough. Dear Vivid Dream wins the climax at 12 furlongs. Let's freaking go, baby. Gets huge G1. Big kick to the year. Oh, Dear Vivid Dream. Let's go, my boy. Let's freaking go. That's a huge, huge win for him. And that's a great way to kick off his 4-year-old campaign. All my boys are still doing well right now. I don't want to let anybody go. I don't want to let Perfection go. Dear Vivid Dream is just getting started. Be a Legend can still freaking, you know, kick you know what. Oh, man. Dear Vivid Dream gets it done. Wins the Climax Stakes. That's a big win for us. Wins by a quarter and a length. Or a length and a quarter. Listen to me. Oh, my gosh. Length and a quarter. Beats True Saint. Didn't I say that was the only horse I was really worried about? That horse in Green Friday? And that horse came in second? Oh, man. What a drive from Dear Vivid Dream. Let's go, my boy. That's what I'm talking about, man. Those type of victories, those type of performances, that is what I love about this game. And that's what I love about the horses that I have and the horses that I ride. You know what I mean? Outside of Perfection, the guys I'm still really dominating with, they're closers or they run mid. And I basically run them towards the back of the pack. Like, that is my best running preference as a jockey in this game. And that was a GWS race for Perfection. Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm in such a bind. You know, and it's all because of the limited space. Like, that is an annoying thing. Oh! I don't remember winning 5. Oh no, well, it doesn't matter. Be a Legend gets the title I wanted him to get. He gets Sprint Champ, and I didn't even realize that race was going to give it to him. I thought we still had a couple more. Well, in that case, I mean, oh, he's still doing so well. But, like, there's no other titles I really want to go for with him, you know? So, wow. That is fantastic stuff. All right, guys. We are back. It's a little bit after the last session. Same day, but just a little bit of time. So, I'm a little bit more tired now. But I'm going to keep rolling because I think I can actually retire Be a Legend now. Even though he's still doing so well, honestly. But like I said, there's no other titles I can really get for him. So, like, I would just be racing him just to, like, stack more grade 1s. And, you know, as good as he was, his stamina was never great. And that definitely hurt him. Like, I would have been able to pursue a lot more with him if he had better stamina. I think at the highest, his stamina was, like, a low to mid 60, which isn't great for, like, some of the bigger titles and bigger races. Especially if, like, his other stats don't really balance out. Like, his power and braking doesn't help. Power, braking, and stamina are all not good, and that means those tougher courses on, you know, in Europe, they would have been much more difficult to win with him. So I'm gonna save him now, and like I said, I plan on, where's my phone? I need my other phone. 1 second here, because I think we're gonna retire him now, even though it's just like I can still do so well with him. Perfection, he's in the running for the GWS, but, like, at the same time, if he doesn't have a title, I don't think it's worth it. And he doesn't. So many decisions to make. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I really don't. But like I said, I mean, Perfection, I mean, if he wins the GWS, he would win a title, but again, that stamina is so bad. And the best broodmare, stamina-wise, is only B ranked. I just don't think it's worth it, man. I really don't. And it's hard to say that, but, you know, could he win the GWS? I mean, possibly. But again, like, if I retire him, like, let's go ahead and look at the pasture. Because if I retire him, that means I'm just going to have him sitting here waiting for that double S broodmare to come along. Now, will that be worth it? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, since he came from Perfect Art, and her stamina is not good, her stamina is D. I feel like we could get rid of that through her line if we get a double S ranked stud to sire that foal. But that's the problem, you know. We don't. I think Vivid Legend has the best stamina at A. That's not bad, but still not great. And keep in mind, obviously, that Vivid Legend and Perfect Art created perfection, and his stamina was still not good because hers is so bad. You know what I mean? So, like, he would just be sitting here, waiting, basically, until we got a double S Broodmare, or Perfect Art would be still sitting here until we got a double S Stamina Sire. You know? I still like Perfect Art. She still has, I mean, she has S speed. She's extremely quick. She's got A staying, guts, response, and health. So, like, I still think those are good stats to carry into a horse. I mean, I could retire him later. I could. He might. Because, like, I'm not going to keep Royal Robin, and I don't think I'm going to keep Art of Crimson. Yeah, I don't want to keep him. So, like, those are two at least I know can go for sure. Absurd Dream hasn't turned out to be as good as I thought he would be. I was hoping, at least. It could be a matter of just pairing him with the right Broodmare, but yeah. It's all about Vivid Legend and Crimson Art here. And Crimson's way more consistent as far as, like, not... I mean, his worst rating is his power. And then as far as Vivid Legend is concerned, yeah, he's got E breaking. He's got 2 Ds with guts and health. I wonder if we need to start going back to Crimson more, you know what I mean? He has a longer growth type, and his stats are slightly better. Yeah, Vivid Legend is awesome, but maybe it might be a good idea to maybe steer away from him for a little bit, just because I don't want that Bear's ability on too many horses either. Big Monster. She has the best stamina at B, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to retire Be a Legend now, as much as I know I can still win with him. There's, like I said, there's no other titles to gain, and at this point, that happened a lot sooner. I thought we still had a couple more grade 1s to win for that sprint champ. The fact that I got it, honestly, like a couple months earlier than I thought, right before breeding season, I would like to give him a shot this year. So we're going to save, and we're going to retire him, and it's reversed. I was expecting to retire Perfection first, and no. I'm like, you know what? Perfection from Perfect Art, if we could find the right Broodmare, that could help get rid of that stamina, at least to the point where it's at a 70. I can work with the horse with 70 stam. I just don't want any more 50s and low 60s. But if at least it's a 70, that's something I can work with, for sure. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and retire. And yeah, I just had him on balance for the longest. Well, I did have him on a regiment, but I forgot. In fact, I keep forgetting about the regiment. I've just had these guys on balance for a while. Okay, Perfection, you're on the decline. So let's go ahead and let's try to keep your speed up. Your stamina is already bad. Because he's 6 to 8, I'm just strictly going to focus on his speed. Like, I don't know if that will help. Like, the training regiment aspect of this game, I do personally like, because that's more of a manager sim. You know, like Starter's Orders, Horse Racing Manager 2, where you can actually train your horses. I do like that about this game, but it's a little confusing as far as whether or not it really works in some aspects. Like, I've seen progress, obviously, but like, since he's already on the decline, will doing this even make a difference? Or will it keep him, you know, like, since I'm doing speed training basically for the next year, like, will that keep his speed from dropping less significantly, or is it not going to make a difference? You know, I've researched. I haven't seen any clear-cut answer. And Dear Vivid Dream, of course, because he's so consistent, we're just going to keep him in balance training. There's not one category I need to prioritize. I want to keep him balanced and very strong. Now let's get him in a race before we retire Be a Legend. That was a huge win. That was a huge win for him. Second Cup, of course. I mean, he can definitely win that, since he won the climax. Be a Legend. We're going to retire you, bud. And like I said, I need to make sure I get his stats. So Be a Legend, 35 starts. Didn't race as much as Perfect Art and Honeybee, but that doesn't matter. 35 starts, 15 wins, 4 places, 5 shows. That means out of his 35 starts, he finished in the top 3 at least 24 out of 35 times, excuse me. And that could have been even more with top 5 finishes. And he had 12 G1s, 140,000. That's about as routine as it's become now in this game for me. Like, at least to get a dozen grade 1 wins, earn close to 150,000, you know, that's routinely what I'm doing. And then he gets 3 titles: Sprint Champ, Mile Champ, and Horse of the Year. So really good stuff for Be a Legend. Pretty much he practically repeated what his mother did. So I'm happy with that. Of course, the next crop from either him or Honeybee, I want that horse to exceed what these two have done. But you can't really complain, in all honesty. So Be a Legend. We're gonna replace. Let's replace Art of Crimson, actually. So he's gone. Perfection. We're still going to keep you rolling because, like I said, if I can find a strong broodmare, even though I don't like those abilities, I don't want bears to pass down. Closer is just hard to tap into, but because he's so consistent, I usually like to carry that through on my horses. I've done it in 2004 recently, and it's worked very well, so I want to keep that tradition here. And the same thing in Gallop Racer 3. Like, anytime I have a really consistent horse, even if that horse doesn't become like a super all-star, I would rather breed that consistent horse than a horse that maybe has super good stats but didn't do as well. Like an Art of Crimson, I would much rather take, like, if I had to retire Perfection, I would actually use him because, like I said, as long as I get him with the right broodmare with double S stamina, that'll help out a lot. And because he's so consistent, I feel like the foal is going to have the same thing. I would much rather have that than a horse like an Art of Crimson, you know. So now we're going to have to find a short race for him. Regal. That's a big race, too. That's an important race. He wins that. That'll help him with his classification this year. Even though I don't really keep track of that. Like, I know I should, but I still feel like I need a certain type of horse to really go hard with it. Like, this guy might be it. He might be the horse I can really focus on trying to hit close to whatever. In fact, let's check what they're at now. Well, I'm not sure if it'll actually pop up for Dear Vivid Dream yet, but maybe. Is it reports? No, it's in ratings. So. Okay, so nobody's up here for the. So neither of them are 134. Oh, no, they're not 3-year-olds. Duh, Eric. Vivid Legend's back, and he's a 141 at the mile. Shocker. Okay. Wonder Whale still going strong. Deep Wonder, Rare Emerald, Beauty Value, Secret. Look at the horses that are all in this, that are all running at the same time. It's unusual in my games to have Wonder Whale, Sedate Ruler, Petite Creek. I mean, literally, I'm gonna say like the top 7 horses on this list. They rarely run together at the same time in my games. It just doesn't happen. So yeah, neither Dear Vivid Dream or Perfection are up there for classifications, but we just started. They've barely ran. So let's see if we can. I mean, the market never has good horses really for me. Now, actually, Elite, a couple days ago, whenever this video was uploaded, you did give me some suggestions. So I'm gonna go ahead and look on our Discord and see what you're talking about. You said Absurd Angel, Cosmic Fog, Dry Love, Eastern Knife, Gentle House, Silly Carol. Okay. Tidy Creek, I like her, but what's her growth type? Sustained? Well, her stamina's already at 54, and that will at its peak maybe hit 70. I like Tidy Creek, and those, I mean, you can't go wrong with the horse that has Spurt and Stretch Burst. Those are just 2 easy great abilities to get and to activate, but 5 to 10, I like her, but I just feel like I'm just repeating like another horse if I were to get her. Nothing would be new. Crafty Saint is here. Whoa there. Spurt free, close race okay. And 75 stam. Growth type is average though. Distance horse and basically a closer. That's tempting, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, Noel Angel, average growth type, social peak 4.5. Better stam. No abilities. Ugh, nope, it's not what I want. Hiding Mind. Early growth type, but my goodness, like. So basically, this horse at his peak could be 90s and 80s. That's kind of nice. 8 to 12 and a dirt horse. We do need more dirt horses. But no abilities. Oh, wow. There's actually some decent horses. See, now I understand why people aren't a fan of this game, because like if I had more space, I would just buy both of them, you know what I mean? Or all three of them, really. Private Crop, like your temper and your feel are awful. You would be a headache, and you're a front runner. You would be an absolute nightmare for me. No thanks. Yeah, Noelle Angel, she's not bad, but again, like no abilities. What I'm, you know, just your Hiding Mind is really interesting. I don't like the early growth type though, but we could end up breeding the early growth type with Sustained, you know. But like, I feel like we kind of already have a good thing going with the Sustained growth type. We just need stronger horses to build on top of that growth type, which we're already doing. So I don't really want to go backwards, especially since we're limited in space. That's a horse with really good stats across the board and a dirt horse. But like I said, and no abilities, nah. Crafty Saint for a gray. He would be really awesome to get. But average growth type, endurance horse, he has good abilities, but I don't know. I really want a broodmare with better stamina. Fairy Fear. I know all about this guy. Inside Attack. The AI blocked me too much in this game, so Inside Attack is not an ability that would actually benefit me. I get blocked too much, and I would prefer to run on the outside. I like those abilities, but you know, average growth type, dirt horse, closer, decent stam. But like I said, I really want horses with better stamina. I like those abilities. We need like a really, really strong broodmare, to be honest. Like technically, Big Monster I would consider as our strongest now, and we still haven't even seen her crop on track yet. We have two really good sires in Crimson Art and Vivid Legend, so I don't feel like we need to like look for another one right now, unless that guy has double S stamina, basically. Social Brandy. Sustained with 75 stam. Well, that is intriguing. And pretty good on turf and dirt, and is a distance horse. Wants to run towards the front. Braking's not good, so it's going to be a bit of a hustle, but tough and fast pace okay. Ooh, Social Brandy. I'm not really familiar with this horse, but I gotta be honest, I like those abilities for sure. That means if it's a fast pace at the front, he's going to be perfectly fine. That's actually going to benefit us. I mean, the braking is not good, but everything else is pretty solid. And because he has a sustained growth type, that means a lot of those 70 stats can reach high 80s, maybe even 90. You know, if we do right. I might get him. I might, because again, those abilities are great, and it'll be nice to pass on tough to our foals. I think that should help them out. And fast pace okay, again, come on. Fast pace okay sometimes can ruin your race if your horse isn't built for it. So having that, and like I said, not bad abilities. The braking isn't great, but I mean, I can work around that. And again, a horse that's good on turf and dirt pretty much with the distance. I'm liking Social Brandy a lot. Let's look at Fair Navy. See, if this was sustained, I might get her. But then again, like, her stand would probably be A rank. That's not bad, but am I gonna have to breed stamina just into my lines? Like Tidy Creek, I like her. She has really good basic abilities, but her stam's 54. We're not going backwards. I think I'm going to acquire Social Brandy. I like this horse. I really do. And like I said, I can work around the braking. Everything else is solid. I like the distance. I like the course preferences and the growth type. Like that means this guy as a sire can give me the sustained growth type and the really good stamina. Not the perfect stamina, but really good stamina. Right, you know, this could be the guy. Sorry, you guys probably hear my Discord. I actually need to mute that. All right. So yeah, Social Brandy, welcome to the HRG stables, HRG Ranch, and I think he'll be worth it. He does fit into my plan. It's not just a random buy like I just described it. He does kind of fit into my plan, at least for the sires. You know what I mean? And the fact that he is a distance horse, that the stamina can start with this guy right here. And then I just need a broodmare with similar stats, and boom, there's there's the perfect line for those long endurance horses that I want. Working speed into a line is extremely easy, so. Sorry, I'm texting my lady friend right quick. All right. Oh, what are we gonna do with you, my dude? He's gonna have to wait a while to race. I don't really want to chuck him like in anything basic, but I do need to get a feel for him. It'd probably be better to start him in an open than just to try to get used to him in a grade 1. And I keep forgetting he has a sustained growth type. He's technically not supposed to, he's not nowhere near his best yet, but his stats are already good enough for him to win races early on. Social Brandy. I swear, I feel like I haven't seen too many people talk about him or use him. Is he just a horse that like nobody's just really just tried to, experiment with? I'm not saying people have intentionally ignored him, but there's so many horses in this game. I'm sure there's a couple of horses some of us have not used that could be horses we would love. You know what I mean? There's so many. Somebody say they have literally ridden every single horse in this game that's created. There's a lot. I don't know what the number is. But there's a bunch of horses, so I feel like Social Brandy might be just like a low-key double S horse. I recognize the name, like I said, but a couple of times. But outside of that, like nothing else. It's all boys. It's just all boys right now. Oh, we need some fillies. We really do. But then I just thought about it. No breeding this year. And again, we have more colts. Like, oh my goodness. I just retired Be a Legend. What am I supposed to do here? Social Brandy was not... Maybe that wasn't a good buy? I mean, if I waste money, it's no big deal, but... You know what? We retired Be a Legend. Let me see what his rank and classification are. I meant to do that anyways. I just forgot. So yeah, A and double S. That's literally what it's... That's pretty much what it is here at the HRG stables in 2003. A eval, double S classification. Like, that will improve, obviously. So yeah, his rankings, really similar to his mother's. I swear I'm looking at, like, the same trait sheet. Let me see. You guys see, just with, like, a quick glance, their stats are extremely similar. That's kind of scary. I called it, though. He looks like he looks like neither of them, really. I mean, his hair kind of looks like his mother, Honeybee, a little bit. If I could see her from a different angle. But, yeah, his stats... Actually, he really came out like his mom, didn't he? His stats are almost identical to hers. He's darker, obviously, but that's it. And he inherited bears from Vivid Legend, that growth type from Vivid as well. He inherited a lot from Honeybee. I wonder if that's how she's going to be as a broodmare, which could be kind of concerning. Not that she was bad, but like some of her stats obviously aren't good, like that stam. I don't want to continue to breed that in long term. So he was really like her a lot. Remember, I bred her with Vivid Legend here. And like, this guy, he came out so much more like his mother than his father. And Vivid Legend was clearly, I think, the stronger, even though they both have the same eval and classification. Maybe the game considered Honeybee stronger, like, who knows? So yeah, I'm wondering, like, if I continue to use her with, like, other sires in the future, no matter how good the sires are they just going to come out like her? Because, well, that would be a little bit disappointing. Not as disrespect to Honeybee, but just like that would be the limit from foals from her. And like, no, I want to see like I want to see a super Honeybee. You know what I mean? I want to see super Honeybee. This is just Honeybee, but I want to see like the super queen. I want to see what a horse with her closing ability and more can do. So breeding this year, like, I mean, Be a Legend. Could I breed him with perfect art? Not bad stamina. Why would I ever do that? And oh gosh, why would I do that to myself? Scabbard Stam is B. Catch this gal. She's C. from Crimson and Deer Puffy. Big Monsters, I mean, she's the best on the stamina side of things. Her and Be a Legend. I don't know. Would that be considered inbreeding? Because I bred. Oh no. Never mind. I'm crazy. I'm thinking. Ignore what I was saying. So Be a Legend and Big Monster. I mean, we could do. Maybe we can get a filly. But that means retiring Perfection now, and I just went through that whole thing about like considering like keeping him around if I find a double S broodmare, but I feel like that might actually take longer than I thought. There's not a whole lot of fillies you can buy in this game compared to the colts anyways, just by product. So I feel like it's going to be a minute before that really happens. I do want to do breeding though. I hate to retire Perfection earlier, I really do. He's so consistent, but you know what? Perfect Art is still there. He comes from her, so we know we can still get that in a horse. And if we find a sire that can have really good stamina to balance out Perfect Art's terrible stamina, we could get a horse like this and even better in the future. So you know what? I am also going to retire Perfection. And they're going to go ahead and replace Royal Robin, because I was never planning on using him. And let me guess, ASS. ASS for everybody, it seems. Yeah, what I say, ASS is like literally like, that's just like the ceiling right now for me and my horses. But you see his stamina is actually rated a little bit better than his mother's. She has D stam, he has C, so that's a good thing. Again, we find a really strong broodmare with endurance. Hey, he's got S response, he gets that from Vivid. Yeah, he's got a couple of nasty C's in there, but he's got S speed. So he inherited a good response from his father, good speed from his mother, a good growth type from his father, leg type from his mother, sprinter like his mother as well. I mean, he's really got a good mix from both parents. Like I said, the C's are not anything good to look at, but those are, we can breed that out, within what, 2 generation or 2. Right? Like, we can breed that out pretty quickly. Like, if that was at D, then yeah, that would take a little bit longer. But it being at C, that's not bad. And again, a horse with B stamina I can work with. I want, like, obviously better endurance horses. But if they have B stamina, that's very doable. So, as long as we find a really strong broodmare for him, like, yeah, this line could continue to grow stronger. Like I said, Perfect Art. Let's go ahead and look at her, where she comes from, we just bought her from Perfect Partner, actually. Perfect Art came from Crimson Art and Perfect Partner. And then, of course, we bred her here with Vivid Legend. And this guy we just bought, obviously, out of the shop. And we bred, again, those two to give us Perfection here. So, the pedigree is strong. The pedigree consists of Perfect Partner, strong filly, sprinter. Her daughter, strong sprinter. And then on the other side, the fathers, I should say, Crimson Art, we all know what he was about. Very consistent, strong horse. And Vivid Legend was a more consistent and much stronger horse. So, like, the pedigree here through the perfect, I'm going to call it the perfect family. I think they'll eventually get there, but let's just stick to that for now. The perfect family. It's a strong pedigree, man. Every horse in this family so far has been a multi-time grade 1 winner. So, like, we have a good line going there with her and Vivid Legend, and now this guy once we get him the right broodmare. I mean, I'm curious if breeding him and Big Monster would be worthwhile, but I would rather do Be a Legend and Big Monster now. Let's keep the closers rolling, So again, like, I'm excited because we have some good lines going. Like, I don't have any bad horses anymore. I really don't, I actually don't. We don't have any bad horses in this game anymore. Remember how much of a struggle it was when I first started playing this? The horse is making steady progress. Well, yeah, I mean, you didn't even give the horse a chance, bro. Now remember, I'm going to use the right analog. I'm going to use my right thumb on the left analog stick this time when the left whip pops up like on that continuous thing.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, alright. But yeah, we have some good lines going. I mean, we have at least one solid line. The perfect family. I haven't used Crimson in a while, so we don't have anything going with him. But I think I'm going to get him involved again soon. Probably next year. Did I do Crimson and Big Monster yet? I think I did. Yeah, I did them last year, right? For Mustang Alpha. Oh, my finger slipped. Wow, that was even worse. My thumb was slipping, and the analog stick was not moving. That's... I'm so sorry, Monsters Legend. I'm butchering your training. But I want to make sure he's fast. Because he's going to have endurance. Vivid Legend had A, right? Big Monster at B. He's going to have good endurance. I want to make sure he's extremely fast. I think he's going to be a monster. New foal born. Yay! Please tell me it's a filly. Please tell me it's a filly. Fingers crossed. She's got the nice high sock. I'm going to say it's a she. It's another boy. Why is this game torturing me, man? I just want a girl. This is from Crimson Art and Big Monster. I've been using a couple of your names, obviously, but I think I want to go with Crimson Monster? I feel like we have Monster so much. But in all honesty, like, she could be a really dominant broodmare. We just haven't had her horses race on the track yet. You know what? Let me go look at the names. Or maybe I come up with something myself. I actually have not named Cassius Gal, I think, and Art of Crimson. I did name them recently. Let me see what else we got going on here, actually. Well, yeah, I figure since I'm naming off Crimson's horses, that kind of is like my special, you know, in every game I think we all have like one family out of all the horses we're racing with that we personally probably like to continue naming ourselves. So I do want to keep that going. So Crimson, Art, and Big Monster. Oh, let me think. I usually, for my horses, I do like to kind of name them off of like some of my favorite songs, because these songs are my favorite for a reason. I did those two. I don't know what to... I want to do something a little bit different. Like, I don't want to keep using like the same blah 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 like template for a horse. Let me see. Crimson Art, a Big Monster. This horse should be very solid, so... Ah, man, this is hard. Actually, I have an idea. Yep, I'm going to keep the song tradition going. I'm going to name this guy Ericosm. Now, this is a song from Glitch Mob. I'm not going to tell you where I heard it from, because some of you may not be old enough to visit such place. And this is years ago. But, let's just say there was somebody I was talking to, and this was one of her favorite songs, and she kind of got me hooked on it. And, yeah. So, this word, for anybody that doesn't know what it means... From the dictionary, to detailed imaginary world, especially one created by a child. You see, I think that fits well with Crimson Art and the play on word of art and kind of, you know, the symbolism here and the imagery with a child kind of creating, you know, their world. Most children, at least, that don't have terrible lives, they create pretty, you know, colorful and artistic worlds. So I think this name fits perfectly into the family. Paracosm, you better be like the best colt we've had, because, you know, I need some girls. And it's not your fault. You know, you were born as, you know, it's not your fault, but like, I need some girls, man. We haven't had a filly in, I don't know. I mean, Honeybee was the last, or no, Cassius Gal was the last original filly we had, and it's been years. It's been at least 5 or 6 years. We just have not had a filly. How's the speed looking? Really, really good. No surprise. But yeah, Paracosm. I think, Yeah, it's going to be good to get another Crimson horse back and a longer growth type as well. So him coming from Big Monster, that this guy, he might be better than Monster's Legend. He might be. I feel like he could potentially, just because Crimson has very solid stats and a good growth type. Let's look at Mustang Alpha. So this is from Vivid Legend and Big Monster. This is the brother of Monster's Legend. This guy, he's going to be consistent. We know he's going to be strong. I just don't know what his potential is really going to be until he's on track. And then Paracosm. Just all boys. All freaking boys here. But they're behaved boys. Like, none of these, like, none of our recent foals have had bad tempers, you know? Like, everybody's been very, very calm. So if I'm going to have a whole bunch of boys, like, yes, they're all going to be very mild-mannered, tempered, you know. So Paracosm, again, from Crimson Art and Big Monster. We get Grit and Closer. Those would be two nice abilities to have on them. Oh, I want a filly so bad. So breeding-wise, I think I want to be a legend. But Perfection is interesting with Big Monster. Even though I know the stamina is still not going to be great, you know. Now, would her stats balance out his? Let me see. Because, like, the C, like where he has C categories, would her stats balance that out? So stamina, temper, guts, and health. And she's got B for stam, so we know what that's going to be. Temper and guts are S, and then health is A. This might actually work. I'm not even going to lie to you. This could work. Because her, like, it's literally what I said. A horse with stats that balance out his bad ones. She has 2 S's in categories where he has C's in temper and guts. And we're going to get a very, very fast horse for sure. Her speed is B, so it's not the best. And her distance was middle, but he's got S speed and short. So we should get actually, we should get a really strong miler here. A horse that can probably dominate, obviously, between 6 and 9 furlongs. Maybe 10 if the stamina improves. But I'm going to definitely say 6 to 9. I might do these two. I know I want to do Be a Legend, but, like, I would rather see if these two are going to work because, like, you know what I mean? I would rather see this early on. Like, I know whenever I breed Be a Legend with somebody, like, the horse should be nice. Like, I'll probably breed him with Big Monster in the future. That's kind of the goal. But I think I would rather do Perfection than Big Monster. I mean, she's my #1 broodmare. I know her eval doesn't say it, but her stats, except for that feel and power, are what I want. You know, compared to anybody else. Especially for the stamina. Like, she has the best stamina out of the entire group. Cassius Gal isn't bad, honestly. From Crimson Art and Deer Puffy. She could be decent to use. Maybe in a one-off, but right now, Big Monster, she has the better stamina. I want to keep that going, so I think I'm going to try Perfection and Big Monster. Like I said, Be a Legend. We can do him you know, a favor in the future, obviously. And that could either be with Big Monster or an even better broodmare. Again, maybe I'll stumble upon a filly that may have at least S or double S stam. Race her, retire her. We can replace, like, Scabbard or something like that. You know what I mean? But we have both of them. We have Be a Legend and Honeybee. We have our 2 closers on both sides, which is actually really good. So I know for sure the closer pedigree, it's there. And Honeybee, Be a Legend, that family, that's our, you know, our speed family here in this game. You know, like in Gallop Racer 3, we had the endurance through, like, the Cosmosis and Stardust King family, and then we have the sprinting speed in the family of Frugal Lark, Thunder Jam, Storm Lark, etc. So that's basically what we got here, I think. Be a Legend, Honeybee, you know, where everybody they come from, that's going to be our speed. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do Perfection and Big Monster this year, actually. Yeah, I didn't even realize her stats did kind of, for the most part, they balance out his bad stats. Literally, I just didn't look at them. Like, now we can see. I should have just did this from the beginning. I know the stud fee is not high. I could care less. But, you know, the horse is going to be fast. Braking is not going to be terrible. And this horse is not going to want to be towards the... Well, this horse might want to be towards the front, actually, now I think about it. Might be. So, whatever. Braking won't be terrible, won't be bad. It'll be average. Staying should be, you know, decent. Stamina hopefully will be a little bit better. Power will be decent. Nothing special. Feel should be average. Temper should balance out a lot. Temper and guts both should balance out a lot. The response might take a hit though. And then the health should improve. I want to give it a shot. And maybe we can actually get a freaking filly out of this one, you know? But I would like to give it a shot. Because like I said, at least most of the categories, except for the power, she does balance out the temper and the guts. Like, yeah, I want power, and I talked about it earlier, but like I would much rather have those other stats like guts and temper balance. I obviously don't want any horses with a bad temper, and horses that are gutsy, that always comes in handy as well. So power, you know, I think it's one of those ratings you can breed up pretty easily if you get the right horses with it. But yeah, on the front side of things, like I said, the horse should be, you know, should be very fast. Should be able to break relatively well. Doesn't need to break right out the gate. It's not going to be a front runner. I hope not. Should be able to obviously stay pretty well too. So keep that speed, and the stamina should be good enough to run, you know, the mile distances. Like I said, we could get a decent miler here, a really decent miler with these two. So this is what I'm going to do. And you see, the pedigree is strong though. You know, we have Vivid Legend on his father's side, obviously, and then on his mother's side, he's got Perfect Art. He's got Crimson Art and Perfect Partner. So he's, again, you know, he has a strong pedigree on his side, and Big Monster's a strong horse herself. So I do think these two could give us something decent, but we'll have to wait a year to see if it's a freaking colt or a filly. So yeah, we'll do that, and then hopefully next year, if we even have space, we'll do Be a Legend and Big Monster. Like I said, we got to get as much out of Big Monster as we can, you know, to see what is going to be the best to do with her. I want to see Monster's Legend on the track, man. It's my goal. Very soon. Well, that took a bit of time, but we're back into racing. And, yeah, it is a bummer about only having 6 horses, because, like, we could get all this figured out in literally, like, 2 years, you know what I mean? But, like, I have to wait, like, a while. So that's going to be a bummer, because I'm so curious to see, like, which families are going to work out, like, the best, you know, truthfully, like, the best, or, like, which, you know, broodmare and sire should I really use to get those super horses. But I can't find that out yet, because we still have a little bit to go. Social Brandy, the horse we just bought, he's up, and he's going to pay 50 cents to win. Wow. I haven't been on a horse that's been favored that heavy in this game in quite a while time. Quite a while. All right, perfect start. Social Brandy. Somebody tells me he's probably going to feel like Crimson Art once he's at his peak. But let's see. Okay, wait. Relax, bud. Relax. You're good. Nope, relax right here. You're fine. Okay, a little tricky to kind of get him settled, but this is my first time running with him. Now that I know that, I can better prepare. To be honest, I sent him a little too hard to the front anyways. I definitely should have dialed it back, so that's on me. But yeah. That's the thing about this game. Like, I'm so, you know, I'm so excited for just kind of the future of just, you know, what I have going on right now. Because like I said, we don't have any bad horses anymore. But like I said, being limited with 6, it just takes a while. And I don't want to retire my current racing horses too early just to make room for more breeding, obviously. Like Dear Vivid Dream, he's going to be somebody I use as a sire, and he'll have to replace Absurd Dream, actually. Which I think makes sense. I think Dear Vivid Dream, stat-wise, is a much stronger horse. Yeah, I want to make sure I have space for him. Because Crimson Art, Vivid Legend, like, I don't want to get rid of those two, man. There's really no point. Be a Legend, I think, will be good. Perfection, we'll see. Maybe he won't turn out that well, but gotta find out now. And we get a Revolution with Social Brandy. Wow. Well, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of winning with this horse. Social Brandy. Now, is that like some weird like metaphor, or is the horse like, you know, are they saying, oh, this is Social Brandy, this is my friend Social Brandy, you know? Like, I always wondered sometimes with certain names what horse owners are actually meaning. Because a lot of it, gosh, he blew that field apart. That had to be more than 10 lengths. Oh my goodness. I like this horse, man. Usually when I buy horses, like, they do turn out to be very good horses that I like. I am picky about the horses I work with. 12 lengths, my gosh. I mean, yeah. He's already got very good stats, obviously. And he wasn't even a special horse. He was regular. I liked him more than the special horses, personally. Good opening win for him. I think he's ready for a grade 2. Like, yeah, I mean, I think he's ready for a grade 1. He is a double S. He has a. It's great that he has a sustained growth type, though. My gosh, I mean, he's just gonna get stronger, and he's double S as well. So, I really, really need to do well with him. And I also got to think about it though. I'm gonna be retiring Dear Vivid Dream and that guy in the next couple of years. So somebody's gonna have to go. Like I said, Perfection would. If anybody had to go first, it'd probably be him. Secondly, that's tough. Like, obviously, Absurd Dream and Perfection would go. And I guess that's how I should think about it. Those two will go, and then I'll replace them with Dear Vivid Dream and Social Brandy, because I think they'll be retired before the new yearlings are. Dear Vivid Dream's up in the second cup. Not the favorite. Evil Train is. Furrow Derby's back in this field, but we've beaten that horse. We've beaten most of these horses, so I still think this is our race to win. I don't really care what the game says. Yeah, I still think this is actually our race to win here with Dear Vivid Dream. Alright. Let's rock and roll, my friend. But yeah, I didn't even think about it like that way. I'll drop Absurd Dream and Perfection. We'll let them go, and then we'll replace them with Dear Vivid Dream that we're about to race with here, and Social Brandy. Should be a really strong crop of sires, so I can just kind of take my pick. Like, the Broodmares need to get to that point. They're not bad, but like, the only ones with like consistent stats really are Catch This Gal and Big Monster. And I would say Catch This Gal is probably the most like the horse with really the least amount of bad stats. I think Catch This Gal is. That is a problem in this game. Like, there's so much breeding I want to do. It's kind of annoying now when I think about it. And like, I can only do so much. It's just going to take forever to progress. So I think it's probably good I'm actually going to be stopping this for a while. You know what I mean? I can't help it. Every time I play and we do well and we get better horses, like, I want to see what comes next, you know? But like I said, you're so limited with the 6 slots that will take some time. And you can only breed once a year. You know, it's not even like you can breed several pairings, which is annoying. But I get it because they're limiting you with 6. So yeah, like I said, that's not ideal. I really need to look more forward to the 2004 series anyways, because I really messed up quite a bit of that series with my breeding. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I said, I'm now at a point where, yeah, I'm now at a point at least. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Like I said, in 2004, at least I'm at a point now where I can, look forward to better breeding. Now, this race has kind of been a mess. Like, didn't really like that run off of turn 4. And unfortunately, this is not a good showing for Dear Vivid Dream at all. But I really should have gotten him on the outside of that horse as I was making my move around, you know, the final turn, final corner. But yeah, I kept him boxed in. I really should have dropped him back further, then swung him out outside and just made a really strong push. Bad stretch run by me. That's on me and my fault. I can't be doing that now with my horses. That will be a waste of time. But yeah, that was not ideal. Anyways, I will be taking a short intermission, and I will be back, and we'll keep rolling on. And we're back. Gosh, that was a really bad race. I don't know what I was thinking. My bad, Dear Vivid Dream, DVD, my boy. That's on me, man. We'll bounce back. No worries. We'll run him in the, actually, the Regal. Because this would get him another... Get him closer to that Mile title. Mile Champ title. So... Oh, man, yeah. I hesitated in that race. I usually don't do that, but... Got a little bit distracted, so... By the time I'm like, okay, it's time to go, I'm like, oh, I don't want to be here. Social Brandy's up. Again, Paisley going to pay 60 cents to win. My goodness. In a grade 2, mind you. So that's telling me he's grade 1 ready all, from the jump. Haven't had many horses in this game that were grade 1 ready from the start and like dominating, or able to dominate in a position to, I should say. He hasn't done anything yet, but yeah, so like I said, oh crap, my bad. Tough. That's good. He's not affected at all. Wow. Imagine in real life, this is a horse that can have a little contact and he's completely unfazed by it. That's a strong dude, man. Really strong dude. Social Brandy. 8.5 furlongs left to go. Delicate Bolt holds the lead. Morning Fair keeps him or her in check in second. Down on the rail, saving ground is the favorite, Social Brandy. Coming up on the outside is Cosmic Line. Hunter's got him on a little bit of a run. Solar Fan sitting. I'm not going to do that the whole race. But if you guys wanted that in an episode at some point in a future episode, let me know. Totally could entertain you for that. That Tanaka? No, forgot. Different games. It's Tanaka's like jockey body, but not Tanaka. It's like a clone. Like, what if Tanaka just clones himself and those are all the other jockeys? I mean, he's smart. He's a nerd. He could do it. Or with the help of Newman, they're just cloning themselves. All right, Social. Let's roll, man. This guy, see, this is why I wanted him, man. His staying with his stamina, they're all like the same, which means like he can just keep the speed up. He's got really good lungs, basically. Really good lungs and a really strong body. Oh my gosh. Are we going to win G1s like that with this dude? That's another 10-length blowout. Wow. That was yeah, that was a crazy victory, actually. Yeah, crazy victory in 11 lengths. Like, if these were G1s, man, he's already shooting up the board on the ranking report. Holy cannolis. It's a good G2 win for him, man. It's a first place. It is a first place for Social Brandy. Alright, Monsters Legend. I'm going to keep speed going. I want to make sure at the minimum this guy is extremely fast. Speed does help you win a lot in these games, especially if you at least have a decent horse. So can't really go wrong with that. I want stamina, but the speed will help put us in the position first, and then we just need a good endurance, which this horse should have pretty strong endurance. A from Vivid Legend, B from Monsters Legend, or I mean Big Monster. Oh, yuck. Oh. Ha! I was going to say, give me those. And we score lower. How was that even? Well, it was a lot of goods, I suppose. So yeah, that wasn't great. But hopefully he should be strong enough for like my training. I mean, we've seen it, for countless seasons now in this game. Like, it doesn't help that much, but I'm sure he's already going to be extremely quick. Like, that's a no-brainer. So, I mean, we're just making him really fast. I wonder if he'll have double S rank. I haven't had a full hit that in a while. I know Honeybee did. I think Perfect Art did. Can't remember. Maybe not. But, Social Brandy, I need to get you in a race, actually. My bad. Alright, Social. Well, Can run you on another G. No, let's run you in like I was gonna say, let's run him in like the Golden Derby. Like you need a real challenge at this point, or the Lion Derby, or we can run him in the Belmont. I'm not gonna lie, I know we could probably win the Golden Derby, but I mean we could run him in the well, no, we have to run him in the Belmont now for 3-year-olds. So yeah, we're gonna run him in the Belmont. Britain Derby, we could do that. He actually has a chance to win that one, but like, oh, this is tough. And both of these races are like actually important to win. What's his power rating actually? 76. Okay, he can handle it. So I'm gonna put him in the Britain Derby. I would love to run him in the Belmont, but that's only because I know what that race really is. I'm gonna run him in the Britain Derby. That would be a really good win. All right. Yeah, I could have run him in all those G1s. Really, like that was really hard to pick. But I think the Britain Derby, it's a very high race that grants double S's. So winning that would be big time. But Dear Vivid Dream, we're gonna try to bounce back in the Regal S. We are the second favorite behind Scotch Type Fast Horse, but I think we can beat everybody else in this field, so I'm not too worried. I just gotta make sure I pay attention this time. Let's rock and roll. But yeah, that was Social Brandy, man. If he can already start winning those races as a 3-year-old with a sustained growth type, he's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad with him. I usually don't set too high of goals for myself and my horses, but he's someone that I really want to try to win as much as possible with, and I don't want to lose too much. He feels super strong already, like super duper strong. I know those are just opens and G2s, but like I just need to do that in a grade 1 and it can still be the same result. So he feels really strong already. Now, Dear Vivid Dream. Gotta figure out where to... Like I said, I want to make sure that he actually... we gotta stay on the outside. This track is really tricky. And unless you're running at the front, the inside's not going to be free, you know. Now, hopefully you move in, or you're just going to keep running this wide, I suppose. Actually, you know what? If I can fit in the gap, yeah, I'm just going to fit right in this gap. I'm going to keep him to the outside. Okay, let's move. Let's get on the move. There we go. Good run. Got a long way to go. Good run. We're pushing. I was going to say, you're not going to stay in that lane. Oh, he's dropping, though. Wait, maybe he'll have a good run off this turn. Anything? Come on, DVD. Come on, Dear Vivid Dream. He's rolling. Oh, here we go. He's got some stretch. Oh, that horse is going to get blocked. So we might get lucky here, guys. We're going to get big time lucky and win the Regal S. Oh, there's two great horses. I was going to say, was that him dipping to the inside? Wow, what a win there. What a big time win from Dear Vivid Dream. It's another big grade 1 in Europe. He won the Climax S a couple months ago. He comes back, he wins the Regal Stakes, and those are two really big wins. Wow. I told you guys, man. I told you this was going to be his year. And that's a big time win. That's like his 4th win at a mile. So he's really close to getting mile champ finally. Beautiful picture. Dear Vivid Dream wins the Regal Stakes. Big time win for our boy. Big time win. And we got lucky because I think last Derby or Floral Derby got blocked. One of the Derbies got blocked. So not my fault. Stayed in my lane and he got it done, man. That's all that matters. He was strong enough to get it done. I thought we mistimed it, but I needed to be a little bit more patient. Once he got on straight grounds and he wasn't running around, a turn anymore, he was fine to go. He kicked in. Last month of preparation. Let's just do... I've done speed this whole time. Let's just keep it up and try not to bomb it. But man, wow.
3, 2, 1, go!
I want to see how Monsters Legend is going to be on track. I'll be shocked if like we see his stats and they're like super average. I missed that completely. Oh, it's not moving, man. It's not moving. All right. All right, let's see how he turned out. That's kind of what I feared. Now, keep in mind, Vivid Legend still has a sustained growth type, so that means the 60s will hit only close to 80, actually. But at least he has decent stamina from the jump, so we can work with that. Power's not good, feel isn't good. Response is terrible. How did that happen? He inherited his mother's response. Remember, Big Monster, I think, has the E-level response. Wow. I called it. I'm like, watch, he turns out average. Some of these categories, like response and feel not being in power, that's concerning. Good distance, though, 9 to 15. I'm not a huge fan of the stats, but starts off C ranked. That's whatever. And he inherits good abilities. He didn't actually get bears. He has stretch burst, grit, and dominator. Okay. Well, on paper he doesn't look like great yet, but he has good abilities across the board. And like I said, you know, his stats aren't terrible, but I think I expected more, but that was probably a little bit unrealistic. But he's not bad. Like, as long as the stamina's decent, which is ultimately what I want, everything else, like, response is not great. So running him at the back means I'm going to have to get him going a lot sooner. A lot sooner. But, yeah. Okay, well, Regiment. What to focus on? I'm going to say speed, probably. Speed and stamina, those are his best. Let's just focus on those. As long as those continue to be strong for him, I think that'll help kind of make up for what he's lacking in the other categories, you know? Like, hopefully the speed will mitigate that bad response to an extent, because at least he's not a slow horse. A slow horse with a not-so-good response is going to be a nightmare, but hopefully his speed will kind of mitigate a little bit of that response rating. And then stamina wise, hopefully that helps him with his low power rating, especially once we take him to Europe. So yeah, I'm hoping if we improve those two more than usual, that'll put him in a good spot. Let's run him in the first race we can, which is going to be same race I always run my 2-year-olds in. Dear Vivid Dream, big win for you. 4 G1s, you're kicking into high gear now. Should have really done better in that second cup. I bombed that. I want him in the Spring Mile. I mean, is there any point in saving him? London Prince, Altair. I think I'm going to run him in that mile because he might get a title. He'll be in the green, but he's really strong right now. I don't think he should struggle too much in that race, but we'll see. I hope he doesn't. I'm sure we're not going to be the favorite. But still good odds. Like I said, he's still a very strong horse. Farfog's the favorite. We got Inkjet in this field. Lost Saint. I'm worried about the 2 and the 9. I'm not worried about anybody else. So yeah, he's not 100%. But he's still strong. And these horses, they're just... I feel like they're still going to struggle. So the 2 and the 9 is who I have to worry about. But I believe we can beat them.
It's a beautiful day for racing.
And Actually, I don't think this will be the mile champ title, because we won that 12 furlong. That wouldn't count. But if we can win a race 7 or under, and then, yeah, if we can win a race 7 or under, he could get all-rounder. I think in this game. It's a little bit different. I swear I got that title on a horse that when I didn't win a Dirt G1. Well, he gets out really well here today, does Dear Vivid Dream. But these a lot of obnoxious motorcycles will like disappear. You guys probably can't hear them, but they're like Harley Davidsons, and then not to make fun of anybody with a Harley, but they're so loud, man. It's like that South Park episode about the Harley riders. It's so loud. It really does disrupt like the vibe. You know, like obviously I like cars. You know, some cars that have obviously modified exhaust that are loud, but they're not obnoxiously loud. Some can be, but most of them aren't terrible. Like the motorcycles, it's just everything is just it's like a mad crocodile or something. You know, that's how I would describe it. You're fine, Vivid. You're fine, bro. You're fine. We gotta go now. We gotta attack now. Very good run. Come on, Vivid. You got it, man. Oh, he's digging in strong here. Is that the 9? Farfog got us to the inside. Unless that horse tires out, Farfog has completely smoked us. Fair play. Don't think I guess we weren't going to beat that horse today, but we finished where we were supposed to in second. I wanted to see if he could win that, but no cigar, fortunately. Didn't mean to celebrate if I did. So now he's probably going to be in the gray because of that. If he would have won it, maybe not, but I think that'll put him in the gray, so now I'm going to have to give him some time off, but his health is only 50 as well. If he had a stronger health rating, he probably would have already been in the blue for that race, so that is a little bit of a bummer. Like I said, he's probably in the gray now. Yep, he is. My bad, man. You did well. You finished second, though. You're still being extremely consistent, so I'll give you time off, and you know, he won't be ready again until August. Unfortunately. Platinum S with a super... Oh, my goodness. I don't know which of these races to put him in, to be honest. I have no... Between the Platinum S and the Super Mile. I still think the longer distance suits him a bit better. Because, I mean, he is 7 to 12, or 8 to 12. I'm going to run him in that Platinum. I mean, that's a bigger race in my opinion, so winning that, I think, would be a bigger deal for us. Alright. Well, Social Brandy, not the favorite. Expected to finish 4th here today. Brown Saturn is the favorite to 13 horse. We have Brown Desert, Sudden Wave. Okay. Well, we have a chance. I mean, we certainly have a chance. That's all that really matters. And if the pace is going to be fast, I mean, we can run right with them, and that would actually help us out. So if these guys want to, you know, super send it, I can roll with them. It is a beautiful day for racing. I mean, it could be just fire everywhere, and, you know, that response would still be programmed to say that. That's kind of funny. Not that, obviously, that would be a funny or laughing matter, but it's just the fact that no matter what the weather is actually doing in this game, no matter what it's doing, like, that's just going to be the canned response. I just thought about something. Since this is going to be the last episode for a while, this may be a really long, extended episode. Like, I know I've said that before, but I'm really intending on doing that here in this game. For this game, at least. So, like, this episode could end up being, like, 6 hours long or something. That would be... I'm going to have to render and edit it in a couple of parts, but... Wait. I can't see what's happening. Dude, I cannot see what's happening. I'm actually going to have to go into first person. That's crazy. Because we were coming uphill. That was really disrupting me. What's the pace going to be, I wonder? I'm looking out for the 13. Fast pace okay? Yes, that's what I like, baby. I finally have a horse that has that ability, and I'm actually okay with it. For one, because I haven't really had horses with the ability, but I'm saying I'm finally okay with the fast pace because I have a horse that can handle it. You know, it's nothing worse than having a fast pace with a horse that can't handle it, you know, and they end up working themselves too hard. Is that NGO next to me trying to go like a fool? Oh, I can't tell. I don't know when's the right time to get going. What is happening with my game? And now might be the right time. Come on, Social Brandy, let's see what you got. Oh man, Round Saturn's gonna take off on us. Yep. So, us and Round Saturn are miles clear of this entire field. That's good to know. So, it's a strong second place. Really strong second place, but my gosh, Round Saturn, that's a really good horse. I mean, there's not much I can do. And the horse I'm racing on, Social Brandy, is not even at his peak yet. If he was at his peak, that race turns out entirely different. So that's not a terrible performance. I mean, set the record. We are behind by 5 lengths, but then the next horse behind us was Crimson Bridge at 8 lengths. It's like Secretariat and like Seattle Slew. That's kind of what that reminds me of. Like, Seattle Slew was really a strong horse, and I felt like he kept up with Secretariat the best out of any of the other horses that ran against Secretariat. Only difference is, like, Social Brandy's not even at his peak yet, so I feel like we have a chance to beat Round Saturn. Yeah, really, really strong result there. Cannot complain about that now, can you? Most certainly not. We'll take it every single time. Alright, Social Brandy. Good run there. Very good run. So you, my guy, we're going to keep you in these big races, man. Dublin Derby? Let's run it. 12 furlongs. I'd rather keep him in these races now, to be honest. I think that gives him a decent chance. Even though I really should start stacking wins. Maybe I should. Because, I mean, those races, as much as I think he can run in them, like... Tokyo Derby? Diamond Cup. Is he going to win the Diamond Cup this year? You know what I mean? I feel like next year would be much better. Let's see how he does on the dirt in the Tokyo Derby. So Monsters Legend will be up after we run this guy in the Tokyo Derby. So Social Brandy, he's already gone up to a 123 because of that race with Round Saturn. That's really good, actually. Dear Vivid Dream is 128 for the long. That's not terrible, actually. Winning that Climax S helped us a lot. So, yeah, it's not bad. Alright, we can work with that. We can definitely work with that. Alright, let's see how he does on the dirt. Would like to get him a grade 1 win. A couple before this year is over, since he's 3 years old and not 2. Heavy favorite. Okay, well that's good to know. I mean, I did get him because of that turf and dirt preference, both being good and better. So yeah, getting him a dirt champ title would be nice, man. This dude can actually get a lot of titles. He can get sprint, mile, and whatever the other one is in this game. I'll have to look back at the Hall of Fame, but he can get those 3. He can get all-rounder for sure. Horse of the Year, a GWS. He can win a lot. Crimson Art has the record here. Let's see if we can beat that. Well, let's just focus on winning first and foremost. That's really what's important. Okay, he's keeping good pace here. Very nice. Yeah, that fast pace okay came in handy for us, you know. So I'm saying, like, that's a really good ability to have, especially on a horse that runs as a preceder or a front runner. You know, sometimes, like I said in the previous race, you struggle with that fast pace if your horse isn't built for it. So having a horse that's completely okay with that Watching this guy in real life would probably be amazing. You know, he's one of those horses that keeps up with the group that's setting the super fast quarter miles. You know, that's the type of horse he is. Yeah, very strong dude we got here. We're sitting nicely. I haven't really had to do much with him. I'm going to make sure we keep him where he's at now. Just a little bit. Just a little sense of urgency here, social. Alright, keep your rhythm. They're going to go. Now we're going to punch it with him. No Rebo, I don't think he needs it. Strong drive, and he should be gone. 10's keeping up with us, but nah. Strong drive, and he's basically gone. It's a really good win on the dirt here. That's a super strong win, and still he's winning these races by a lot of lanes. I haven't had a horse do this in a long time. Social Brandy, my goodness. Continuing his winning ways. His dominating ways, even though he didn't win the race before that one. Still, that's a huge win at the Tokyo Derby. And, yeah, wow. Doesn't get much better than that. That is a 10 furlong win on the dirt. Social Brandy, let's go, my boy. Oh, wow. Yeah, this guy's really strong, man. I had a feeling he would be a good pickup. I mean, like I said, I usually do pick up good horses that I like, but since my mindset is still changing and evolving with breeding... Beautiful photo, except for cutting me off, but it's all about the horse anyway. Social Brandy. He wins the Tokyo Derby in style. 5 lengths. Blitzes that field. And it's good to know we can run him in the dirt races as well. So we got a horse that's very flexible with whatever we decided to really do with him. That's fantastic, man. Alright, big time win there for Social Brandy. Monsters Legend should be up very soon. Social Brandy already, man. 4 starts, 3 wins, 1 G1. Oh yeah, this guy is already doing well for us. Super Sprint? No, let's run him in the Super Mile. I think he's the only one that I could put in that as of now. Especially for the GWS, like, for surely. Alright, let's see what Monsters Legend can do. He's up right now. Hopefully he'll be decent. Alright. Monsters Legend is making his debut. Not the favorite. So not as strong as Social Brandy, apparently. We're expected to finish in the money? No, slightly outside of it, but field of 12. What abilities did he inherit? Stretch, Burst, and Grit. I forgot, yeah. So those are good to have. Yeah, like I said, his stats are certainly lower than I thought they would be from those 2 parents, but, yeah, we'll see how he does. Perfect Partner has the record here. Okay, we can tailor him back. Okay. Make sure he stays to the outside here. You need to move in, bud. Thank you. I'm really curious. He has a leg type of Vivid Legend, basically. Now we gotta work him. He's got a lot of stamina left. Holy cow. Revolution, that was easy. He's got a lot of stamina left. My gosh. Wow. And he's gone. Monsters Legend breaks his maiden. Absolutely destroying this field. I'm trying to set the record. That's why I'm going bananas on the whip. Oh, wow. Like I said, man, the boys are strong in this game. They really are. The boys are strong, people. That's a huge win for Monsters Legend on debut. Well, the stats don't look like anything crazy, but he's got two good abilities I didn't even tap into. He wins that race by 6 lengths. Wow, that's crazy. So Monsters Legend, big debut there. Absolutely crushed it, and he's already ready to go again because look, 78 health. That's why I was saying earlier about Social Brandy, you know, and his health, or Dear Vivid Dream, either one of them. I think, yeah, Social Brandy. So that's a really good start for Monsters Legend, man. Really good start. Let's run him in a grade 3, or can we run him in a grade 1 at all to see how he does? Let's run him in a grade 1, honestly. That was a pretty strong win on debut, so I'm feeling a bit confident. Maybe make something special happen. Yeah, great wins, man. Great wins back to back for Social Brandy and Monsters Legend. That's how you make a statement. First time on the track for Monsters Legend. And he's back up again. And this grade 1. Curious what his odds will be, if they will give us any chance. Non-stop playing is here. Kinky Earth. Flying Fan. Not bad odds. That's ideally what I want to see from my, 2-year-olds. If I put them in a grade 1, I want them to like be able to finish in the money, even though they have a later growth type. So yeah, it's not terrible. They're saying we're supposed to finish like 6th or 7th, but I think if I run them right, we can finish much higher. Favorite is Non-Stop Playing, which I already kind of called. So Monsters Legend, we'll see what you got, bro. Let's see what you got, man.
It's a beautiful day for racing.
It is a beautiful day for racing. Never gets old, man. Yeah, really never gets old. Here we go. This is a sprint, so we gotta make sure we he has a lot of stamina, man. My goodness. Considering his stamina is like what, 63 right now? He has a lot of stamina. Revolution, you gotta be kidding me. He has way more stamina than I thought he would because his stats don't reflect it, so I wasn't really expecting to start him even that late. He's finishing well. We're not even supposed to win this race, but this could be a podium. That's 2 revolutions back to back on this guy. Yeah, I'm not sure why the game is acting like he's not a good horse or he wasn't going to be. That's 2nd place. We weren't supposed to finish anywhere near there in a grade 1. I mean, Non-Stop Playing is, I think, still a better horse than Monsters Legend. But, only beat us by 3.5 lanes, so that's not terrible. And Monsters Legend is not even at his peak, you know what I mean? Like, we still have a couple of years until he's at his strongest. So again, we're not getting beat because our horses just aren't good yet. They're just not at their prime. And we're hanging in here. It's pretty solid, so I'm really happy with that, man. Yeah, really happy with that, honestly. Does he move up to B rank? No, not yet. Yeah, speed, staying, and stamina all in the mid-60s, essentially. And we still haven't tapped into Stretch, Burst, or Grit. Well, let's run him in the Normandy. Well, and I forgot he is a long-distance horse, not a sprinter. I think these races are good experience for him, though. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, I mean, his speed is not quite there yet. But he has such good stamina. I'm just like, maybe he can continue to do it. I could do that or a grade 3. That would help as far as the wins are concerned. But I'm going to stick him to the Normandy, man. I know he's a 9 to 15 furlong horse. I see it, people. Like, I have eyes. But he finished that well in a 6 furlong. Run him in another one. Then after that, maybe we'll put him in something more suitable. I don't want a whole bunch of, you know, second place finishes. But because I feel like he's strong enough, I don't mind, in the beginning of his career, trying these out. He's got very good health. So, like, we're fortunate that he can run back-to-back a lot. So we can try these out right now. And then once we get closer towards the end of the year, I'll be more focused. So Dare Vivid Dream is up in the Platinum S. We're supposed to finish like 3rd or 2nd. Yeah, 3rd. Behind Courtly Mind and Happy Liquor. I know those are good horses, but I think we can beat everybody in this field. I do. I think we can beat everybody in this field. So I'm not even that concerned, to be honest. I'm really not.
The horses are on the track.
All right. Sorry, I just ran to my closet to grab a hoodie. Am I the only person that likes to like sleep with like hoodies on most of the time? Like even if it's hot outside, like I always keep my room pretty cool because I can't sleep if it's like hot in my room. Like I need my room to be pretty cool for me to like feel relaxed. If it's too hot, then I'll just be miserable all night. Okay, so I'm trying to drop Vivid Dream back. I'm trying to drop him back because this pace is super duper slow. Has to be, which would actually benefit us because he has good endurance already. You know what I mean? So this is going to be a slow pace. Wish I could see like the individual sector times or whatever. Sectionals, but I can't. Is that even a word, Eric? No. Probably not. Maybe it is. Like none of these horses want to move to the front. They're all mid, so I guess this pace doesn't just benefit us. It benefits everybody else. Look, all these horses are like mid. Nobody wants to move ahead, really. I'm kind of going to get him in a nice position here. Alright. So did you just move in? You did. Come on, Vivid Dream, man. Ah, not a good race, huh? Okay, he does get stretch burst. But we're not going to catch the leader in time, are we? No way. 4th. Yeah, that could have been better. No, 3rd. Okay. Timed that incorrectly, obviously. Supposed to finish 3rd. Floral Derby actually sets the record. We double S for the spurt. We really could have won that race. I definitely kind of goofed up. Definitely could have won that race if I would have got him started sooner, but still 3rd place. It's not a bad result. I will not complain about that. Alright. And was that GWS? It was. So he gets his first points on the Turf Series for the GWS this year. Yeah, to think. We could have been leading already. It's a bit of a bummer. On the dirt, Perfection was up there, but obviously we retired him, so. Well, yeah, Dear Vivid Dream, he is in the GWS hunt. So I do need to focus on that with him. His stats are already dropping. Has he already peaked? I thought his speed and staying were higher, yeah. His field dropped as well. Did he really peak that quickly? That would be extremely disappointing. Gosh. I mean, that would mean he really turned into, like, Art of Crimson. But, like, it's not like... Well, he's not bad, and he's not hard to work with. I'm just getting him started later on his spurts, which is my fault. I'm shocked his stats are already dropping. Did he inherit Dear Puffy's growth type? You know what I mean? It's kind of unusual. So early as a 4-year-old. I haven't had that in a while, you know what I mean? So yeah, that is a bit concerning. That would certainly change some things. Maybe not, but like I said, I was anticipating on him being able to... I thought he was still growing. If he peaked already, that's... yeah. Monsters Legend is up in this Normandy 6 Furlong Stakes. It's the Normandy S. I don't know why I combined it. You guys know what I meant. Captain Wave is here. All the same runners, non-stop playing. Gonna be hard to beat, but you know what? Monsters Legend, he looks really strong. So I think we have a chance with him.
It's a beautiful day for racing.
Yeah, I think we certainly have a chance.
The horses are on the track.
Yeah, I really do hope he hasn't peaked already. I would be like, well, what happened? You know what I mean? The earliest any of Vivid Legends, you know, crop is peaked at was like 5. So if he's already peaking at, you know, 4.5, that's a whole... Really, it's a whole year earlier because they usually don't peak till closer to 5.5. Sometimes some of them have peaked at the beginning, but... Oh, that'd be a bummer, man. The stats are so consistent, you know what I mean? So it would suck if, like, I couldn't achieve more with him, but, like, if he wasn't growing anymore, like, I thought his stats would continue to get higher, but they really did just kind of peak at that point. Again, he's from Crimson Art out of, Dear Puffy. I mean, have I not hit a revolution on this guy ever? Come on, man. Non-stop playing is still smoking us even with the Revo. I'm going to stay on the whip here, people, because I have no choice. We might actually catch the favorite. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what the game is talking about. I told you guys he was capable of winning that as well. I know somebody's probably thinking, why would you put your horse in that race? Because he can do that. Like, the game really wasn't giving him any respect. I don't know about this one. And then, you know, the stats, like... Wow. They really were not giving him any love at all. That's crazy to me. It's, like, actually crazy. He absolutely destroyed that field. And again, I've gotten revolutions with him in pretty much every race. Monsters Legend wins the Normandy. That's a big win as a 2-year-old, man. That's a huge, huge, huge win for us. Beats Non-Stop Playing. Wow. Like I said, no idea what the game is talking about. That dude is fine. He's 4 for 5 in wins, and that is that's his second. No, that's his first grade 1 as a 2-year-old already. He can win several more. That's what I mean. From, again, Vivid Legend on a big monster. But anyway, Social Brandy's up in the Super Mile Cup. GWS time. Sudden Wave is here. No Floral Derby is here, but the long shot, because I think that horse just ran recently. It's my only guess. I think that horse can run this distance, but I'm pretty sure they literally just ran it, so it's probably not at 100%. Which is good for us, because that horse is leading the GWS turf. So us winning here would put us in really close contention, actually, with Social Brandy. Well, excuse me, with Floral Derby, even though is Social Brandy on the board yet? I don't think he is. I haven't put him in the GWS race yet, so he's not on the board. I'm thinking, obviously, about, I think Monsters Legend and Dear Vivid Dream. They're both in it. Well, Vivid Dream is all over the place. All over the place, but you know what? It's okay. Point being, winning this and taking the win away from Floral Derby, that would help us. You know, if we have any chance of winning, stopping him is, you know, necessary for sure. Okay, we're smooth sailing here. Okay, Brandy, let's go, man. No Rebo. Oh, we got a really good kick on our spurt here. Where's the 6 coming from? It's a horse race. 6 and the 5, but Sudden Wave and Brown Desert, the horses that were supposed to beat us. He's going to hold on to second. That's a really strong second place finish there for Social Brandy. It's not a win, obviously, but he's doing well enough. I think eventually these second places are going to become wins. Or really close. Alright, good stuff there. So yeah, that was a big win to take away from Floral Derby. Well, at least in the sprint. That was a different category. He's still up here for the turf. This is what I was thinking about. But we have everybody up here except for Monsters Legend. So it's going to be a pretty hefty GWS fight for us, but at least we're there. We have a chance, is what I'm trying to say. So I believe this will conclude this part of the episode. I'm going to be going to bed. And then I will obviously pick this episode back up at some later point. Because like I said, this is the last major one for a while. So I'm just going to continue to add parts. And yeah, rendering and uploading will take a bit of time. But I can do that. I've done it before. So yeah, we'll be back whenever I get back. And we'll keep this episode rolling on as we are 9 months through Season 31.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome to one of the last major episodes, for at least for a while, of Gallop Racer 2003. You're probably wondering why. Well, I did a poll on the channel, and if you're not familiar with it, I am going to start posting more on the community tab, not just the Discord. So if you're not used to looking at the community tab on this channel, make sure you do, because there will be posts in regards to polls, horse racing stuff in general, and video updates as well. So sometimes I think that might be easier for some people, but the poll's still going on. I've only had it for 8 hours. I've actually created 2 polls, and excuse me, we're gonna get into this year here. Be a Legend, I'm gonna keep racing them. Like, at the end of the day, I still want to get him at least a 3rd title, and usually I don't race horses too far past their peak, so I'm kind of curious what will happen with him, and just to see how strong. All right, guys, we are back here at Gallop Racer 2003. This is, I think, 2 days after my last recording. Now, keep in mind, there are some new updates within the channel I'll be providing. If not in this video, probably the next one, as well as the community, as far as like things that are coming to the channel and things I'll be doing as far as future projects are concerned. So anything that's been said in the first however long this video has been so far, some of it may be outdated at the time that this video is uploaded. So as always, just ask that you guys are just mindful of that. So I've also decided, you know, I said I was going to make this video 6 hours long, but then I thought about it. I'm like, I actually want to get back into 2004, because I realize there's so much we have going on over there, especially since the rebuild has been going very well. I'm really excited to get back into that game, those lines, develop even further. So I'm just going to get through the end of the year in this game. I think maybe all the way until next breeding season, actually, to be honest. And then after that, I'll actually save this game for a live stream, which means I will not play it again until I live stream. I will commit myself to that 100%. Because I figure, like, I know this is not the most popular game on the channel, but I think a live stream would probably make it a bit more entertaining to interact with you guys. So Dear Vivid Dream is up in the Paris Mile Cup. We are on the GWS hunt, and we're the fourth favorite. Sudden Wave, Fresh Devil are here. Brown Desert, Golden Bomb. I mean, it's actually a competitive 10-horse field, really. Like, Happy Bird doesn't have a shot, but every other horse in this field has a shot to win. So I feel like it's going to be a very tough race, but I think Dear Vivid Dream, we can get them. Now, one thing I noticed about this game, I think... Actually, never mind. Not even going to bring it up. It's nothing bad, but I just noticed something that when I tried it in free mode, wasn't there. But I don't want to even divulge into just that and the fact that this game is still a little bit weird in comparison to 2004, which I think we all can agree on. So, yeah. Anyways, Paris Mile Cup here. Big race for our boy. And we need this win, most importantly. Almost perfect start. We'll take it, and we're off in the Paris Mile Cup with Dear Vivid Dream. So it's a good start for him, and yeah, as long as he settles in right here, we don't have to run any harder than this. Now, I keep kind of messing up with his spurts. Well, not terribly, but sometimes I'm leaving him with too much stamina at the end, so I need to be a little bit more mindful, obviously, about that. So actually, what I'm going to do in this recording session, I'll get through this year, maybe go into breeding. I don't know if I'm actually going to go that far, but that's the furthest I will if I decide to. And if I just end it, you know, once we hit the end of this year, I will switch over to 2004. So now this is a time where I need to move Dear Vivid Dream up. We got a long way to go. Got a good run here. Very good run. No Revo. You're not going to block me. Let's go. Let's go, Dream. What is happening? Why are we just getting gassed like this? Furlong and a half left to go. Maybe these horses will tire out. Come on, Dream. No, it's not going to happen. I told you guys it was going to be a tough field. Wow. He's going to finish third. That's the best we could do. I wonder if I should have started sooner. See, I literally called it. I mean, he did run out of stamina before the end. Fresh Devil beat us, Brown Desert. Like I said, that was a tough race. The favorite finished in 10th, but that was... They gave me S on most of it, so... I mean, we get some points for third place in the GWS, but I don't think there's much else I could have done. Maybe I could have gotten him going earlier, but... Keep in mind, his speed is still only 75 and like staying at 74. He's still not as fast as he could and should be. If he was faster, I think we could have caught those horses, but he is lacking speed. So, yeah. Yeah, that was for the turf. So, we're in the sprint in the turf. But, I mean, we have a lot of catching up to do. Well... We'll see. You see, like, his speed and staying, I mean, they're not bad, but considering that type of field, like, we need him to be a lot stronger on the, you know, the quickness side of things. And, like, he is still developing, but what regiment do I have him on? Balanced? Maybe I should start focusing on speed, to be honest, because that's all I really feel like he needs at this point. More speed. Like, if his speed was 85, that would have made a huge difference in that race. We would have won it, for sure. Because Brown Desert and other horse, they just both took off on us. There was nothing I could do. Like, I thought maybe it was just like a quick like reaction, but no, they literally just gassed us. So I'm like, okay. Like I said, I still believe he's going to be a good sire because of his stats. I just can't breed him with a broodmare with any bad stats, honestly. Like, so breeding with him is going to be very selective in the future. I need to make sure the broodmare that I breed him with has his stats or higher. Like, that's it. She's got to have these type of stats or even better. And that's my whole point with him. I mean, that's the focus, you know? So. Dream. England King, 10 furlongs. That would... Actually, let me try the World Turf Cup, to be honest. Longer distance. He's not a sprinter. He's really not. Like 8 to 12, I mean, he's a miler, but he still needs more speed to be like a really fast miler. So I probably should make more of a habit of running him in the longer races. Because, again, he doesn't have a bad stat. Sometimes some of those really good horses in those races, they have some bad stats in other categories. So, I mean, if we could win that, that would be a huge win. That win itself, if he continues to do well for the rest of the year, that could give him a Horse of the Year title. It's happened to us before, so. Anyways, though, we're here with Social Brandy, third favorite, behind Fine Today and Crafty Soul. We're getting some really tough fields, man. Scarlet Jewel's here as well. I hope it's a fast pace, man. That really does benefit us. And I did decide to race him on the dirt. There was another 12 furlong G1. I think it was like the New York Turf or something. But because this is a GWS race and he is in the GWS hunt for the sprint and the turf, but not the dirt. We could get him on the board here today for the dirt.
It's a beautiful
So,
day for racing.
are we at Belmont Park? Yeah, we are. I think, right? Yeah, we definitely should be.
We're on the track.
What race is this in real life? I cannot remember. I know there's a spreadsheet I have. Let me see. It'll even pull up. There we go. So this is... Oh, these aren't in order, though. Gosh darn it. That would take forever. It's the Music S. I'll have to look after this race. Oh, I see it right now. It's the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Oh! Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, the Grade 1 Jockey... Cold, yeah, well, I just said it. You guys know what I mean. Alright, so good start here for Social Brandy, as it should be. This pace feels kind of fast. I could be misunderstanding, but I feel like the leaders are kind of setting a fast pace. Crafty Soul is up there. We got to keep an eye on that 7 horse, honestly. But I'm in a good rhythm here with Social Brandy. We're going to stalk a bit. Let them kind of go how they want to go. Bad position? What do they mean? It's only 10 horses in this field. Where do they want him? That horse...
5 furlongs to go.
He doesn't need to be in second place right now. Like, that would be hard to do anyways. Those two up in front of us are basically neck and neck. Like, is it just because that horse challenged me? It's been a... I haven't recalled the last time I've gotten a bad position with, like, that type of situation. Okay, let's go. Okay, we gotta work him now. Come on, Brandy. Kick in. Good drive. The 8's rolling too. Crafty Soul's taking off on us. Come on, Social. Fight back. Wow, I need to get going a lot sooner. I'm thinking I'm thinking that I'm going at a good time, and I'm actually not. I'm not timing it properly. It's gonna be 3rd or 4th. Both of those races, my horses had quite a bit of stamina left. That's a bit disappointing. That's on me, though. Even though they're saying my stretch is S, I still feel like those were winnable races. I'm not settling for that, personally. Now, where the heck is my... It's recording the stats here. I always do. I can't even find that sheet of paper. Where did that go? Ugh. I can't find it. You know what? It is what it is. I mean, I'll edit these videos later, and when I do, if I see anything special, I'll figure it out. So yeah, I mean, we have our horses everywhere, but Crafty Soul, he's running away with the dirt, so I'm not even going to worry about that. I mean, Social Brandy's not a dirt horse, even though he has a good dirt rating. Yeah, we got to do better. I definitely have to do better, so... Alright, Social Brandy, we're going to get you back on the turf, buddy. That was a good effort. I'm not upset. I'm really mad at myself for not doing as well. I'm not mad at any of my horses, really. None of them have messed up. So, yeah. This month should be much better. Much, much better. I hope. I think the longer distance will suit Dear Vivid Dream better than that mile did. And I think Brandy should actually do extremely well back on the turf for sure. So I think this will be exactly where we need to be right now. All right, Social Brandy's back up. And the favorite. I don't understand why they took away the asterisk in this game. Like they had the asterisk in, I think all the, well, I'm not sure about 2006, but they have it in 99, 2001. They took it out of this game and then they put it back in 2004. I think, right? Or no, they put like the little number with the circle. It, when I say like different like divisions of Tecmo worked on like the different Gallop Racer games, that's what I mean. Like it wasn't the same exact group of people because some of these games are so different. Like they took some features out, then they added some features. Just doesn't make sense. But anyways, we are the favorite, as we should be. King Cup Autumn, I mean, we're dropping, and I mean, we're still in the grade 1 class, but we've been running them against international competition. We're back here in the States, essentially running him against domestic competition. So, Honest Bird will keep us honest. No pun in, well, actually pun intended. So, we'll have to watch out for that 13 horse, but I think this is a good win for us. And we need this for Social Brandy, for sure. I was trying to chase the GWS with him, but
All day for racing.
I'm not too sure at this point.
The horses are on the track.
I need to look at his growth type again because it might be better to chase the GWS with him next year. I mean, really him and everybody. Like, this is a preview year, I think, for all the horses because nobody's peaking this year. Vivid Legend still has a record here, but all the 3 boys we have racing right now, none of them are peaking this year. So technically, they're still going to get stronger by next season. So that could be our year to actually win the GWS if we don't get lucky this year. Now, terrible draw, as always, I get. No, don't run too hard, please. All right, good. Very good. Okay. So despite the bad draw, he actually got to the front pretty quickly, which is good. It's nothing worse than getting an outside draw than your horse just cannot get to the inside quick enough, and then you're just spent running like what feels like 12 wide sometimes. Who's the favorite? Well, we're the favorite, but where's Honest Bird? All right. Oh, up there. Okay. I don't know if this is smart, but I am going to kind of... Actually, we should be able to make this work. Now, he had a lot of stamina left in that last race. Gonna move him up just a little bit, just a little bit. Good spacing, very good spacing. Okay. Here we go. Who is that still running with us? No way. Pull away, Social, pull away. Honest Bird is rolling up on us really heavy, man. Oh, dear. Are you kidding me? Come on, Social. Dude, Honest Bird is really running us down. Oh, that was close. I don't know if we held on to that. Did I need to get him started even sooner? We may have just held on. Oh my goodness, we just held on. Social Brandy, he wins the King Cup Autumn literally in a photo. What a nail biter. Oh my gosh. He still had a bit of stamina left. My goodness. I felt like in the first part of this episode, I didn't have to get them going that soon. But these races are tougher with tougher fields and tougher horses. So maybe competition is getting harder and we do need to get going a lot sooner. You know what I mean? You know, like we don't really have any super speed horses. I think Monsters Legend would be the closest, maybe? But outside of him, like, these two aren't like speed demons. They're not like a Honeybee or a Perfect Art, you know. They're nothing like that. So they're very strong horses, but they're not speedsters at all. So I'm kind of used to that. But it's fine. That was a good win for us. World Turf Cup now. Here for Dear Vivid Dream. It's a tough field. Again, we have Perfect Top, Stately Derby, Clear Bay, Round Saturn. That's going to be a very tough horse to beat. Last Runner, Happy Liquor, Evil Train. I mean, we are really running in tough fields. In my defense, I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying, usually, like, it's, what, 2 horses tops? You know? Okay. His stats haven't moved for a bit. I hope he hasn't peaked that quickly. That'd be really disappointing.
It's a beautiful
We'll see.
The horses are on the track.
All right, Dear Vivid Dream. See what you can do, my boy. This is a really tough race for him as well. Like, I'm not making it easy for my boys. I am putting them in pretty difficult races, so. Let's do our best, man. Got to get him started a lot sooner as well, because he doesn't have speed, so we're not, like, running anybody down necessarily in the stretch. Very good start, though. Very good start. We needed that desperately. And, yeah, this should work out for us quite nicely, I hope. So we are off in the World Turf Cup. This is a big race for Dear Vivid Dream. I can't remember which... Have I ever ran any of my originals in this race? Because it's not like I've had originals good enough to be in this race, one, and with this endurance, too. You know what I mean? I wonder if he's actually the first. He could be. Who am I looking at? Well, last runner... Where's Round Saturn? A 9? Is the rail open? Oh, the rail is open, dude. I'm taking it. Ooh, the rail is open. Now, this could benefit us. This could work in our favor if I'm fortunate. The rail is open. I'm kind of surprised they have not actually... They just left it like this. Okay. We gotta get moving up here a little bit because if we can take advantage of the rail down here on the inside, look how far back they are. There's no way those horses are gonna be able to make a move. Okay. Okay, we gotta move now. We gotta move now. Let's go. Let's go, man. Okay, inside trip. Dear Vivid Dream in the World Turf Cup. Come on. Is Round Saturn's just gonna smoke us? This is what I mean. He doesn't have the speed. He does not have the speed. He's still fighting strong, but Round Saturn's gone. But this is a GWS race, and we're gonna finish third. That's not bad. That's really not bad. Round Saturn is... That's a strong horse, man. There was nothing I could do. Unless I got a Rebo. Unless I got a Rebo, which I can't remember when his Revolution is, and records. Like, these have been crazy races. That's like the second race we've ran where a record has been set by the AI. We're supposed to finish 6th, and we finished 1st. Or, excuse me, 3rd. Happy Liquor, we're supposed to finish 8th, finishes 2nd. We've been in tough fields against tough horses, so that's not a bad effort. It's not a bad effort. I mean, of course, you know, I think we need some G1 wins for these guys, but that's not terrible. It's really not. So yeah, Social Branding, he wins the King Cup, and then we finish 3rd with Dear Vivid Dream in the World Turf. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we really came into a crop of like extremely tough horses this year, man. My gosh. Crafty Soul's dominating the dirt. Round Saturn's dominating the turf with Evil Train right there. Floral Derby isn't too far behind. And then you got Fresh Devil running away with the sprint. I wasn't anticipating on even winning the GWS this year. I was like, okay, maybe we'll put our horses in there. Monsters Legend moves up to B rank. Okay. Cool. Speed finally hits 70. Nice. He should be really solid. 9 to 15 as well. Now, Dear Vivid Dream, has he peaked that quickly? Keep forgetting Vivid Legend's growth type is shorter in here. I said that earlier in the episode, I'm pretty sure. That'd be a bummer, man. I was expecting all those 60s to hit 70s. But again, that's my fault. I keep forgetting like Vivid Legend's growth type is different from Crimson Arts. Crimson Arts was definitely longer. So that's why I said going forward, I'm definitely going to put him more into the breeding. So yeah, I'm done with the GWS races. Actually, let's do the Mile Champ. We need some G1 wins. He's got 4, which isn't... I mean, like I said, I always try to think about realistic horse racing success as far as like what happens in real life. I mean, a horse that wins 4 G1s is a big deal in today's world. I know in Gallop Racer that's nothing to some people, but I still like to treat it as such, because I feel like you get desensitized if you're just winning so much all the time in this game, and then like nothing feels important until you maybe get like really big wins. I still like to feel the importance of winning certain races, you know, even if it's only a couple of G1s. I still like to make sure that means something. Otherwise, it's just like, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Everybody plays the game different, which is fine. But for me, I do like to have grade 3s, grade 2s, you know. I like for those to mean something. Grade 1s, even if it's not a lot of wins. And that's just me personally. Nobody has to agree. Continental Cup for Social Brand. Gosh, his health is not good. And running him in the green, I don't see the point in doing that. That would... Long Beach Derby? Or the China Cup. I mean, the China Cup would be a bigger win, and like running him in the green, if I do that, he'll be in the gray, and he won't be able to run for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna try the China Cup. I hope I don't regret this, but I mean, he's got 2 G1 wins, 7 starts, 4 wins altogether. 2 of those are G1s, so I mean, we're doing okay with him considering, but yeah. Alright, so Monsters Legend is up in the Canopus, and he won his first G1 with the Normandy. That was awesome. Considering he's not a sprinter, you know what I mean? He's a 9 to 15 furlong horse, and he won that race at 16 furlongs, or excuse me, 6 furlongs. Not to say I can't run him in 16. He can go 15, so clearly that is actually not out of the realm of possibility. Monsters Legend is up, and second favorite behind Chili Mind? I don't really recall seeing that horse too often. Dancing Pegasus, of course. Noisy License. I don't really pay attention to that horse. Exact Majesty. Same. Major Bridge. Blah. Chili Mind. Interesting. Can I look at you? Monsters Legend. He looks strong, man. I hope he turns out to be extremely strong. Yeah, we can't even... Can I even look at your data? No. It's not like 2004. See, weird stuff like that. Like I said, I do really enjoy this game, but I just don't understand why they had some features in previous games and then took them out. And then they added them in 2004 and just, you know, just like, so weird. But talking about it will not change it, so it's a waste of time. Alright, we look good with Monsters Legend. His bandages he's got, and then our silk colors. Putting that ugly silk design I selected when I first started this playthrough to use. Trying my best. I'm like, okay, if I can't change it, I at least need to make my horse's tack look good with it, so it doesn't look so bad out there. Alright, good start for Monsters Legend. Really good start. And we're just kind of going to let the field do what they want to do here. I'm not going to fight them too much. In fact, I'm not going to fight them at all. Alright, let's drop back, my guy. Not too far, just a little bit. There we go. So I can figure out exactly how I want to run this race. Now, the inside is not free. Not that I would want to look for it anyways. The World Turf Cup was an exception. I was really surprised not a single horse had the rail. That's why we were able to finish third. If we had to take an outside trip in that race, Dear Vivid Dream probably would have finished 8th as he was supposed to. So we got fortunate with that. Bad position. Yeah, we are in last place. My bad. Come on. My bad. That's on me. He's got plenty of stamina left still. That's good. Okay. Let's go. Move. Oh, Revo. Oh, whoever this is starting really late. I probably could have gotten going way sooner, huh? Yep. I am not on my timing right now. I would have thought 2 days can make such a difference, but he is going to finish second. So much stamina left. I guess I haven't been in the mindset of racing against super crazy competition in this game for a while, so I'm underestimating how soon I need to start. Like, I think if I started, again, it's the same case with the previous races. If I start sooner, I think we're winning because my horses still have a decent amount of stamina left. I didn't whip till 2.3. I got him going at 3 furlongs, but I didn't whip until 2.3. Maybe should have gotten him going at 3.2 and then whipped at like 2.6, 2.7, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, he's got the endurance. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Like, we're finishing well, you know, but, like, we're not winning these races I think we can win. Jupiter S on the dirt. I don't want to do that. Is that really the last grade one? Oh, Young Crown Cup. Perfect. And you're a 2-year-old anyways. You win that. Should get 2-year-old of the year, at least. That'll be a nice award to have. Unless... Do you ever dream? What's your health? 50? He's probably not... Yeah. Okay, so his stamina dropped and then it went back up. So maybe it's nothing to do with this peak yet. I know performance can reflect their stats too. Like, I've definitely seen my horse's stats drop if I've went on like a losing streak with him. That's what I mean, the importance of sometimes putting your horses in the right races that they can win. Yes, it's good to get them experience and, you know, classifications with these higher races, but if they're not winning, sometimes, at least for me in my playthrough, it hurts their stats if I'm not winning those. That's why I will sometimes sacrifice those internationals for these type of races, because I'm like, these races, they count for G1s, which is important for breeding. They count for wins, they count for prize money, and my horses tend to have better morale. They can bounce back quicker back into the blue. There's a lot more benefits to me. I mean, if you have the right horse, obviously, you know, you put them in the strongest races. But like I said, I'm still building. I'm still rebuilding. And our best horses have been sprinters outside of Vivid Legend and Crimson Art. Like, majority of our horses have been sprinters. So, and we haven't had like lightning speed in quite a bit of time, really. It's been a couple of years, you know. So, Vivid Dream. Third favorite, Lost Saint, Common Death. I mean, we just keep getting stacked with some tough fields. Now, fortunately, much easier race for us to win. Gotta get this guy going sooner. I really do. Yeah. Only one ability, Stretch Burst, so... Yeah, gotta get him going sooner. I've been going way too late, man. Way too late.
It's a beautiful day for racing.
It's actually a nice day, not like a cloudy one like it usually is when they say that. Alright, Dream, man. Let's get this win, brother. We need this. That's fine. Gets out well of the gates every time. I mean, everybody does. All the boys get out well, so that's a good thing to know. What's happening up here? I don't want to be boxed to the inside. Somebody's got to move. Whoever this 2-horse is, could you move, please? You know what? I guess I'm just going to have to move. I don't even know why I was sitting there. Could just move myself. Okay. Yep. Again, I need to go a lot sooner. You see, he's still got a lot of stamina left. I guess I'm not used to that. Not too much. All right, I'm gonna get him going now, because we have a long way to go. Don't block, don't block. A little bit late on the whip. I don't know if this will work, but maybe it will. We have a good run here, but okay, Dear Vivid Dream, he's not doing bad. Who are we looking out for? Is that the 5-horse has got to be the favorite, right? No, he got caught in traffic. Oh, we got lucky. Yep, the 5 is definitely the favorite. He's trying to punch through. He's rushing. We got lucky. Oh, we got lucky. That was Lost Saint, right? Yeah, that was definitely Lost Saint. That horse is so fast, man. He is such a fast miler. A sprinter in general. It's another G1 win for Dear Vivid Dream. That's number 5 for him. Wow. Well, I think I did that much better than the previous ones. Because if I didn't, then maybe we would have still lost to Lost Saint in the end. Woo, 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 woo. Alright, terrible picture, but who cares? It's another G1 win for Dear Vivid Dream. Oh, that was Common Death, my bad. Where did Lost Saint finish in 12th? Duh, Eric. Common Death. It's unusual for that horse to surprise me like that. That's why I thought it was Lost Saint. Like, I remember maybe in all the years I've been playing Gallop Racer, which is a lot of years, people. Don't forget it. Less than like 5 times I recall Common Death making a run on me like that. It's happened with Lost Saint so many times. I just assumed that was him, but wasn't even really looking. I just saw the number. I'm like, it's gotta be Lost Saint. And it's like, no, Eric, not even close. But like I said, that's number 5 for Dear Vivid Dream. So 24 meets, and he's finished in the top 3, 17 to 24 times with 5 grade 1s. Like I said, that's I mean, he's doing the status quo of our horses in this series. Now, I want to get him in another race before the end of the year, but like he's China Mile? China Mile or the Vase? The Mile, right? I mean, the Vase, like 12 furlongs with him in the green. I think he would need to be in the blue for that. That would still be a very tough race. So we're sending 2 of our boys to China, and then Monsters Legend will be in the Young Crown Cup. I would like to get one of my horses some sort of award this year. I don't think we've done super dominant this year. Like, we've been consistent. We haven't had too many bad performances, and we have won G1s for our boys, but it hasn't been like other years. So hope we can get somebody a title. I mean, if we win this with Monsters Legend, he should definitely get the 2-year-old title. Stern Liquor, the favorite. Even Prices here. Gray Sky. Easy Treaty. I mean, some decent horses. Again, we're not getting easy races at all. But I'm confident if I run this right, we should be able to get the win with Monsters Legend. And it's good to see that he is still developing quite nicely. So grid is 1.5. Okay, yeah. Alright, well, let's see how this goes, huh? Let's see how this goes. We need this win, Monsters, man. You get 2-year-old. You get a 2-year-old award, and that's always good to start the year. I feel like at the minimum, all of my horses should be able to get a 2-year-old award whenever they make their debut in some way. One of them, I should say. Everybody can't get it, obviously. It's only one award, but you guys know what I mean. Perfect start. All right, that helps. All right, who's the favorite? Stern Liquor. Okay, it's a good horse. Now again, I want to make sure I have an outside trip. I'd rather take an outside trip and risk like having a longer way around than hoping the inside is going to free up. You guys know how I am. I don't have luck with that. Like when I watch other people play, I'm just like the inside just does not free up for me like that at all. I get blocked more often than not, so that's why it's like I can't afford to do that. And we have plenty of stamina left with Monsters Legend here. Gonna have to get him on the whip early because he's got such a long way to go, and I still probably started too late. What is happening up here? Oh, he's not going anywhere. Maybe he'll have a surge on the straight. Nope. Grit, stretch burst, something. Come on, man. I think that's gonna come too late, man. Ah. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of the same theme this episode. I'm just not timing my spurts correctly. He finishes second, which is good, but we could have won that. But I did not help. And like our stretches have been S's all the time. So according to the game, I'm not doing terrible, but like I know I'm missing it. You know what I mean? I know I am missing it quite a bit. And I'm trying my best not to, but I guess I really have to start even sooner than I'm starting. I keep forgetting, like, I'm used to horses with such bad stamina, so I'm used to having to, like, hold back. Like, I don't really have to do this with any of the boys. None of them... 63 stam, that's not terrible. 68 is not terrible. And then 81 for... Like, I don't have to hold back, really, with anybody, but I'm in the mindset of having bad horses. I see Dear Vivid Dream. His speed dropped from that race. Well, he won that race. It dropped again? I don't understand what's happening. I'm done making conclusions, because there's no point. I try to make a conclusion, and then, like, my conclusion is, like, debunked. So, I'm just going to play the game. Now, Monsters Legend, he's not a dirt horse. That's got to be it for him. Unless I ran him, like, in a grade 3. I don't even know if that would help. Could run him in the Sunrise on the dirt, but can't imagine that would be well for him. But I guess let's try it. Second place in both of those G1s. I feel like those were winnable, you know, so that's a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm just not timing my spurts as well as I think I should be, so I'm missing out. So let's see if we can China Mile here with Dear Vivid Dream. Let's see if we can get this done. Heartful Delight's here, but a long shot. So, who's the favorite? Fresh Devil? Yeah, I mean, we have some tough horses to fight against this year. It's not often that I get like so many good horses that we have to race against at the same time. And none of my horses are at their peak. Dear Vivid Dream, maybe. And again, I hope that's not the case. But yeah, like, his stats, he really picked out, peaked. Like, with his stats at, like, mid-60s, and then, of course, the good ones, but it just looked like he was still growing so much more, and then it just kind of stopped. I'm really shocked by that, obviously. Because I know I talked about, oh, I'm sure, you know, once these will hit 70s and 80s, and it's like, no, they just kind of stopped, man. I wasn't expecting them to stop so soon, to be honest with you.
We're on the track.
Like I said, that obviously is a bummer, but again, we just need to find a broodmare as good as him, if not better. In fact, a better broodmare with his stats higher will definitely be the best, will be the better play, the smarter play. So let's just do as well as we can with him. I still think we can, honestly. Like, I've kind of tried him out in a lot of different races. Like, he is a miler for sure. I think he can run the longer distances, but his health isn't good, so I've had to run him sparingly. And I'm not used to that. I've been used to horses having pretty good health, and I've been able to run them back to back. That's why Honeybee and Perfect Art were able to run like 30 times, you know? Now, he's getting up there, Dear Vivid Dream. But, I still feel like I just haven't achieved what I've really wanted with him. Yet. He doesn't feel like an Art of Crimson, though. It's not like we're struggling to finish well in races. We're finishing consistently. It's just we're not winning some races. And like I said, I think I'm just starting way too late, to be honest. I got to get him going, like, now. Yep, I got to get him going now. Oh, I tried to move away from that. Come on, Dream. Punch through, man. This is a big win. 2 furlongs to go. Still too late, huh? Still too late. Unbelievable. He's still fighting, though. If he gets an ability, he could dig in here. Come on, Dream. You see the finish line, bud. Come on, man. This is a big win. Oh, wow. He's just shut us up. He has shut me, and if anybody else was agreeing with me, he just shut us all up. What a grind of a race. If you can't tell by my voice reaction, I wasn't expecting that. I'm not going to lie. I kind of thought he called it a day. There's no photo. We won that. No abilities, no nothing. He just dug in. Wow. Guys, that's a huge win for our boy. That's a big win. That's G1 number 6. I mean, yeah, we got lucky with that one G1 with Common Death, but that was a win on merit. That was pure merit. There was no blockage, nothing. Dear Vivid Dream is your China Mile champion. Like I said, he is a miler at his core. Guess I have to be more mindful about putting him in the best races. Go ahead and watch that back. Wow. What a win for Dear Vivid Dream. Yeah, what a win. Like I said, I wasn't expecting that at all. It looked like it looked like those horses that were ahead of us were going to stay ahead of us, and then they stopped going faster, really. I wasn't expecting that. I thought they were going to continue to, like, increase their speed, and they didn't. And I'm like, oh, wait, we're still in this fight. Shame on me. I feel like I gave up on him for a second there, and I don't like feeling like that. And I completely own up to that. I should have given him more of a chance. I gave up on him way too quickly there, and he ends up winning. And I still felt like I could have gotten started a little bit sooner, man. I'm not used to my originals having more stamina than 53 or something. So the fact that he actually has enough stamina to go much earlier and not be tired. And look, this is pure merit, man. He's just pushing and pushing and pushing. But like I said, most of the G1s in China, I've been able to win almost, I think, every year as long as I've had a horse. They're internationals, and they're supposed to be really tough races, but for me, I don't feel like they're actually that tough. Maybe it's just I really like the track, and I've just kind of learned how to time my spurt properly on the track. You know, I always feel like these races are supposed to be tougher, but they end up not feeling as tough as like maybe the World Mile Cup or the World Turf Cup or something like that. Or dirt, whatever. Anyways, another race here in Hong Kong. The China Cup, 10 furlongs with Social Brandy, and we are the favorite, even though he's on the greens. That's a good sign. And Scotch type, yeah, may give us some trouble. Evil Train, maybe, but there's no competition. Like, all the good horses are in other races. You see, these races are a lot easier to win when you don't have, like, a stacked field of, like, 8 super horses running against you. But this is good. I'm kind of glad that my horses are running against these tougher fields. I know it's not panning out for us as far as the G1 wins are concerned, but I mean, we were finishing well, and our horses, most of them, except for maybe Dear Vivid Dream, I don't know what his deal is, but Brandy's not at his peak, and Monsters Legend is 2 years old, you know what I mean? So I think we're actually doing okay. Should be wins. I definitely should have started sooner on, obviously, I would say at least half of those races, but all those finishes were money place finishes, so yeah. Consistency is key. Alright, Brandy, let's get this win, bud. Happy runner. I thought that said gun runner. I'm like, what? Actually, I thought it said 2 words. I thought it said run happy and gun runner. I'm like, yeah, they couldn't put the actual horses' names in that game. That's impossible. Oh, goodness. Can we get off this turn, please? This is hurting us. It needs to be way further to the front. I know. We got to get to the front, though. And this horse is... Why are you drifting wide, bro? Move to the inside. There's nobody to the inside of you. Are you kidding me? Bad position, I know, man. Oh, this is not good. I hope this horse is just so strong that he's just going to be able to overpower that. And he has 81 stamps, so I think I'm actually really fortunate. Crap. Tough. What? My game paused. I didn't hit the pause, by the way, guys. It just randomly did that. That's extremely strange. That's never happened. Where I bumped a horse and the game just paused. Like, why? Okay. You know what? Moving on. Oh, dear. I'm so worried, man. I felt like... I'm worried that may have gassed us out a little bit more than I thought. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stay here. Let's go. Come on, bud. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, now we're pulling away here. Plenty of stamina. Wow. That's a strong horse, man. To have a recovery like that. We were all messed up on that back side of the track down there. And he blows this field away. You see, I just feel like this is a track I really have dialed. I'm really dialed into. I don't really lose this race too often in either game, 2003 or 2004. I don't lose it in either or. Wasn't expecting that, but again, you know, we weren't running against those super horses that were driving me nuts. That's 2 wins in China for our boys. We needed both of those, man. We really did. Really did. Great win there, and I'm just going to go ahead and snap that. China Cup victor is Social Brandy. Let's go, man. Good win. 5 lengths and the record. Wow. Well, got to save, of course. What do we even have for replays over here? Done everybody's highlights. Oh, yeah, we cleared everybody out. Sweet. Cool stuff, man. All right. What a win. I felt like we were going really fast. Yeah, field and position were awful, but he dug in and fought back, and my goodness. Annihilated the field in the end. So let's go Social Brandy. He's got really good stats, man. I think he was a really good pickup to get in the shop. So Dear Vivid Dream, that actually moved him up in the sprint to 3rd place. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. That China Mile. All right. And then Social Brandy moves up to 4th. We're just missing 3rd place. Okay, and we finished 4th. I mean, like I said, I wasn't even really trying to win the GWS this year. I'm just like, okay, maybe I'll enter my horses in it and see what they do. So I'm not upset at all, really. I think for what it's worth, they did better than what I was expecting. I'm just like, let's enter them and... Title? Mile champ. I wasn't even counting. So wow, 5 wins. Let's go. I wasn't even paying attention. I was not keeping track. Like, I'm not writing, you know, my race is down now because I'm just like, whatever. I'll get back to that once we probably start live streaming this. Mile chant for Dear Vivid Dream. Let's freaking go, man. I wasn't even expecting that at all. He's tired, and you know what? You've earned it. So my boy has still got it. That's 2 back-to-back wins, the Mile Cup and the China Mile, when he wasn't even the favorite. Those are 2 big wins for him. So yes, finally. And I'm going to keep racing him until I can. I feel like by the time he's 6 years old, he may be a little bit out of his reach, but he should still be able to have a decent 5-year-old campaign. So let's get it ready with Monsters Legend, and we'll go ahead and finish this off. All right, last race of the season, and probably of this video, because I actually do want to get into 2004, which I feel like I haven't said that in a while on this channel. Because that game has frustrated me so much up until I started my new rebuilding, you know. And now it's like I can actually enjoy the game more. More, I should say. There's still some things about it I'm not a huge fan of, but I'm enjoying it more now because changed my mindset with breeding. I'm getting better horses that I want to work with. Like, that's such a big deal for me. I just can't run with every horse. Like, you know, sometimes I know you guys suggest horses to me, and I know how good they are, but like, you got to understand, sometimes there are certain horses I just don't work well with. No matter what their stats are, no matter how good they are. I have to run with horses in these games that I personally feel good with. You know, and I feel like sometimes that frustrates people. They're like, well, if you just ran with this horse, everything would be fine. It's like, if I can't make it work with that horse, I'm just not dialed in, man. You know, I have to find another way. And that's what I always do in video games. I find a way. I always find a way if it doesn't work with like the major main option. I always use the example of like Halo, first-person shooter, sci-fi first-person shooter. You know, Rainbow Six Siege. Like, I will use operators, I will use guns in games that most people don't use. I figure out a way to make things work. I've always been like that. I mean, games are made for you to find different ways of winning. Most of them are. They're not made for everybody to play the same. Like, Movie Nut's the favorite here. It is what it is. Monsters Legend is not a dirt horse, but he's the second favorite. So if we can challenge Movie Nut, this could be interesting. But I always have to explain that. Like, video games are not made to be played one direct way unless it's like a story telltale type of game. And even still, those games are decision based, and like different decisions can influence the game. So it just like it's very baffling to me when people call themselves gamers, but they're telling everybody to play the game like the same way, as if the game was made to only be played one single solitary way. Like, it's such a weird mindset to have. I don't know if it's like a gatekeeping type of thing, which I'm not a supporter of at all. Like, I hate, it's one thing I hate about video gaming communities. Gatekeepers are like the worst to me. Worse than trolls. And they end up being trolls anyways, because they end up isolating themselves, and the only people that typically resonate with their mindset are also people that like to gatekeep. Like, it's just one cultish community. It's one thing about gaming I've never liked. I've never liked it. Halo, as much as I loved Halo, it has its gatekeepers, you know, that I've had to deal with. I don't like gatekeepers in gaming, man. Such like a cultish thing. Like, oh, because we're this at the game, or we've played for this long, you're like, no, you're not entitled to anything special. You know? Really not. Alright, we gotta get going now. Am I stuck, or is he just not moving? I think we're gonna have this run for free. Oh, come on, monsters. Keep pushing, bro. Oh, he's got a nice trip. But we're not catching this horse in front of us. Okay, he's gonna get stretch burst. That could help, but... Oh, come on, monster. Grind in. Oh, what a race. What a race. Well, 12 got us, but that was a better effort. We finished 4th, though, I am. His speedometer wasn't moving when I got him moving. It was as if we were stuck behind somebody, but we weren't. I don't know what that was about, but he's not a dirt horse, like I said, so whatever. But yeah, like I said, I am not a fan of the gatekeeping in gaming communities. I cannot stand it. It's so like unnecessary to me. Lost filly? I don't have any fillies, and there's no good fillies to buy. I looked at fillies. Some were interesting. They caught my interest, but I didn't want to buy them. And then you guys aren't giving me any by breeding. This game is hilarious. 120 for Monsters Legend for his 2-year-old classification. Social Brandy, 133 for the mile. 132 for the mid. I feel like I always struggle to hit 135. Dear Vivid Dream got 134 for the... See, this is what I mean. 1 off of 135. Seriously? 134? Okay. 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 No Horse of the Year, but Best Older Horse, Dear Vivid Dream. That is a big award. It's good to know. He's the best oldest guy on the track, even though he's only 4 years old, about to turn 5. But yeah, he was good enough to get that award, and no 2-year-old colt, unfortunately. Go for Court won the World J Cup. That's a bigger race anyway, so. Yeah, Round Saturn. That horse was on another tear this year, man. Jockey standings could care less about that. Win average, that's pretty much a given. Who is this? Okay, Mustang Alpha. Okay, 4 stars across the board. That's not terrible. And this is Monster Legend's brother. From Vivid Legend out of Big Monster. Keep the name. Mustang Alpha. Your brother doesn't have a hood. I might give you one. Because we haven't had a horse with a hood in a while. I'm kind of missing it. What to do? Mustang Alpha. I feel like I've done this mask this hood quite a bit. This one, I don't feel like I do this too often. Maybe we'll try this. No mesh, no ears. Black and purple. I feel like I've done that so much in this game. White and purple, maybe. White and red. How about a red hood with? I just don't like some of the colors in this game. They just don't look like I want them to. My bad. Light purple, no. Yeah, like I mean, I feel like I've used purple quite a bit, honestly. White and purple like that. Actually, yeah, I have an idea. Shadow roll, purple. Bandages. Let's see. All purple? No, I feel like I've done that before. I'm actually just gonna... Wait. Actually, you know what? Yeah, this is fine. Actually, I'm gonna put the bandages on the back. Do something different. Oh, that's not the back, Eric. That's the back. Just do all whites. Yeah, we'll do that for the tack. Okay, training. I'm gonna do guts because speed with Monsters Legend, I mean, it was okay, but I kind of feel like guts training actually works better for me since I think I can score higher consistently on this. You know, I was doing better with my speed, but just the left analog stick, that thing messes me up. I'll either do good with it or I mess up. There's like no consistency at all. Not really. Now, me getting good here is also not gonna work, so get it together, Eric. See, right analog stick, much easier for me to do. Much easier. Yeah, I actually like his look. I like that I just gave him the 2 back, just for me personally. You guys don't have to obviously agree, but keeping the silks and the colors matching. So I like that for Mustang Alpha. And that was a good training session, 95, we'll take it. So I might actually keep this going till at least, well, what's the point of going till spring? Like, there's only the Universal Cup, and then we'll get to breeding. That's about it, though. Nothing else happens beyond that, so. Wow, 6 stats. No, 7. No, 6. 7, Eric. My goodness. It's late, guys. It's 2:15 a.m. You know how this goes. 6 starts, 2 wins, 1G1. Like, feel like I'm just missing. His stats are good. I got to start, I mean, 2-year-old season, I think he gets a pass. We have to really dominate this year. I think he's in a position to do so. So David would dream. His speed didn't drop, but his staying did. His stamina, his stats are definitely dropping. So he peaks late into his 4.5-year-old season, early 5-year-old. I'm not settling for that, obviously. I don't care what the game. I mean, I could have still kept winning with Be a Legend if I decided to stick with that and keep him around. So I don't really care what the game is telling me as far as stats. I could care less. It's gonna have to be smarter about putting him in the right races. What other title can we get though? All-rounder? Universal Cup. He's not a dirt horse. He won the climax last year. G1s are G1s though. If he can win that this year, I mean that's better than nothing. If I'm gonna put somebody in the Universal Cup, actually it should be Social Brandy for sure. Or is that only 3-year-olds? No, that's 4-year-olds and up, I think. Yeah, that's what I thought. 4-year-olds and up. Perfect. And yeah, that would be a huge win for Social Brandy this year, and I think he's in a position to do it. He's a really strong horse, man. I really like that I picked him up. His braking is bad, but he comes out the gate well. And I'm able to get good starts with him because his temper is 80. You know what I mean? That helps out a lot. So he's doing really well. And the Monsters Legend, like I said, this has got to be a really good year for him. We dropped 2 grade 1s in a row for sure. The Young Crown Cup and the Canopus. So we got to double down with him. All right, actually, you know what? Let me do a quick sync test. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, settle. Because you know what? Since we only have a couple races, I might as well just get up to breeding, and then that's a good place to stop. Like, I won't actually do breeding, because I would probably rather save that for the live stream. Actually, we can't even do breeding this year, because, like, I'm not retiring anybody. Not retiring him, and no breeding this year anyways. I'm just hoping this big monster foal is a filly. If it's another colt, oh my gosh, bro. And you guys know me, I don't have the energy to like redo breedings, especially in this game. I can do it on Gallop Racer 3 on the emulator because like it's on my PC. It's much quicker. Just reload the save and you're there. Like having to reload saves manually here, I don't have the time for that. I know people do that in the community. I cannot. That just makes me want to turn the game off. I'm just like, it is what it is, man. I'll work with what I got. Because like I said, I'm not trying to become like some Gallop Racer like legend. So I don't need to, I mean like, I know I'm going to get better horses. It may take me a little bit longer doing it this way and not reloading the saves. And again, I don't have the time to just do that. That I could be getting through the episodes, making progress and still getting there. You know, just doing that for YouTube is not really a good idea. You know, you would never get anything done if you just did that as a regular thing of just constantly restarting. So Monsters Legend, I feel like I need to run him in a tune-up race. I didn't really do that with him last year. Like, I ran him in a grade 3 once, and I just stuck him to grade 1. It's because I think he's capable, but I think I need to do a couple G3 tune-ups, maybe a G2, and then we'll run him in that Azalea Cup in April, so... maybe 4 more races in this episode. Alright. My controller disconnected. Bear with me, people. That freaked me out on my do not go out on me controller. Should have skipped the next month. I don't know why. I thought he had a race this month. You're not sure about this one? You weren't sure about Monsters Legend either. And he's only losing races really because of me, not because he's a bad horse. So, okay, Mr. Jockey. Gallop Racer Jockey mascot, even though he's not a jockey. But I swear he acts like one. Not saying anything about jockeys. I'm saying, well... he acts like he's a jockey mascot. But like not in the way where it's actually paying respect to the jockeys. Almost like he's like almost like he's memeing is what I'm trying to say. Why that was so hard to say, your guess is as good as mine. You guys just, I mean, this is part of my content on YouTube. Is saying things that are just like, Eric, what are you talking about? It's like, you know what? I don't know sometimes, but I feel like I have an idea. I usually do. Just sometimes, you know, things come out opposite of how it is in my head, or in a different way, really. My head is always racing. Always, always, always racing. Which means I have a lot of things going on in my head, so when things come out, sometimes they just come out however it happens. Literally. Like, I can get Emily, my girlfriend, on stream, and she'll tell you the same thing. And she kind of does the same thing, too. You know? It's like you know what you're saying, but it's coming out and just rambled randomness. Doesn't always happen, but it's happened more as I've gotten older because I'm much more conscious and aware of so many things in the world now. Like when I was younger, like you're not as conscious and aware of things. You're just enjoying things. I'm in a position now where I understand stuff way more than I ever have in my life, so my head is always turning in racing. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. To me, that really depends on the person. Like, it's not affecting any aspects of my life at all, so. Alright. Well, Monsters Legend G3, we should be the favorite, and we are. Rough Cosmos, Scary Magic, I'm not really worried about anybody in this field. Let's rock and roll with our boy. Let's rock and roll with our boy. Alright. The horses are in the gate. Perfect start. And we are off. Good start there for Monsters Legend. Now, you're not supposed to be all the way up here, bud. You see, thought he was going to slow down, and he actually kept going. So that's a little bit unusual, but it's not the first time it's happened. If you guys heard anything that sounded like a cat squealing, it wasn't a cat. I don't have a cat. Oh, Monsters, what are you doing, bro? Today is not the day for this, my man. Ugh. I don't even know what happened here. I don't even know what to tell you guys. Monsters, this is just a G3, bro. Like, come on, dude. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'd be surprised if he can bounce back in this race. And I overwhip. That doesn't help. Now, he's going to get smoked. Like, come on, bro. Wow. I mean, can we still even finish in the money? No. It's not going to happen. No, maybe it is. Nope, definitely. What the Monsters. What? I'm not gonna lie. I really thought he was actually gonna slow down and, like, I slow him down like I always do, but it didn't work today. Like, why do you go to a G3 race and then decide to, well, I'm also responsible. I am the jockey. I'm not going to blame it all on the horse. That's selfish. But like I said, I didn't run him any differently. I really didn't. Oh, Monsters, come on, man. Your stats are too decent for you to not... Only one grade 1 so far. I know he's still young. I mean, he just turned 3. I have to be realistic. It's just like, I feel like so many races have been winnable. Okay. That will be redemption, for sure. Recommend heart training. I've been doing that. This is what I mean. He's such a troll. He's such a tiny troll, and he thinks he's funny. You're not funny, man.
3, 2, 1.
I recommend heart training. I'm being funny when I say that, obviously. Nobody take that serious. I swear sometimes every blue moon somebody takes it serious. You know he's not really trolling, right? Actually. Like, don't be the actually, guys. Please. Don't be the actually guy. I mean, who really likes that guy? Or girl? Like, who actually does? Who's like, I want to be the actually person, and always says, actually, to correct you. 49 to the power of 3. Like, who really likes those people? I could be speaking for myself, but I mean, I've been around a lot of people in my life. I don't think a lot of people like those type of people, man. You know? It's not very, like, it comes off just so kind of just snarky, you know? But, I'm still bummed about, he moves up to A. It's amazing that, I feel like his last 4 races really should have been wins, except with that dirt race, but his last 3 or 4 should have been wins, which means 2 grade 1s. I'm kind of surprised. Well, no, I'm not surprised. He's from Big Monster and Vivid Legend. He should be strong. He is strong. I don't know what happened in that G3. That was, like I said, I do not know what happened. Instead of worrying about what happened, let me just make sure it doesn't happen again, huh? Alright, redemption here, Monster. You should be the favorite. Tied with Tropical Gem. I think we're better than that horse. No offense to Tropical Gem. I know how good of a horse he is, but I have faith in Monster's Legend. My fan is really annoying me. It's making this cricket sound, and I don't know why. So I'm just going to turn it off. Alright, come on, Monsters. Good start. Okay, he really wants to run a lot harder. Something has changed. Usually I just have to tap on the down a directional 3 times, and he usually slows down to this point. He has not wanted to do that the last 2 races. I really had to do it this race. I had to tap like 5 times, which is unusual. It's usually 3 and he's safe. I wonder why. Well, as long as I know what to do, that's really all that matters. But it's definitely different, for sure. To me, it does. Alright. Okay, we gotta get going now, because we are way back here. Let's go, Monsters. Let's roll, buddy. Gotta get him on the whip now. These horses are gonna drift out. Come on, Monsters. He really does take a while to get up to speed, doesn't he? My gosh. Now, once he's in stride, he can kind of fly, but he takes forever to get up to speed. Are we even going to catch those horses? No way. Way too far back. I am butchering it with this guy. Wow. I mean, I'm running him like a closer, and I really shouldn't be. Gosh dang it, Eric. Oh, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? I'm running him way too far back. Yeah, those are on me. And I know why. I need to fix it. That's all. I just need to fix it. I know why. This is happening. Running him way too far back. Way too far back. Oh! Those are races I really want to have back, man. I mean, I really, really do. Because, gosh, that's such a waste. That's like 5 races I've wasted with him. The last time I saved was, wow, September. I was thinking about restarting since we haven't raced that much, but I'm not going back to the beginning of the year, or the end of last year. Oh, dear, that's... Yeah, I get mad at myself for that type of stuff, because I can't get those races back, and that's just 5 wasted races. He didn't, and he hasn't even... That's 2 races back-to-back, not even in the points. What am I doing? It's 100% on me. Oh, my goodness. Come on, Eric. Act like you know... I know how to play the game. I don't know why I'm... Redemption here. Please, please, please. Alright. We're going to get that one, for sure. For sure, for sure. He's need to be the last 3. And they really should all be wins. Well, the Universal Cup is going to be tough, but... I cannot believe I've just botched 5 races with Monsters Legend. That's such a waste. I haven't done that with Dear Vivid Dream, really. I just feel like his stats aren't as good as Monsters Legend, but I've botched races with this dude, and I don't know why. Heavy favorite, like, Duh, I know that. He has good abilities, even though we don't really tap into them. 34 response, I keep forgetting. That's why it's taking so long. That's actually what's messing me up, honestly. I keep forgetting his response. It's unusual for a Vivid Legend horse to not have good response. A foal, I should say. That has taken me back by surprise. Like, Dear Vivid Puffy is fine with his response. Dear Vivid Puffy, I'm just combining names. Dear Vivid Dream. From Dear Puffy. Yeah, I keep forgetting this guy has a terrible response. That's why he's taking... I spaced. I spaced, and that's my fault. So, I apologize, but I know that's what's happening. I'm just spacing out. We're getting here. 34 response. Just like, why is he taking so long to get to the front? Because he does not do well with response. So that's why I actually have to get him going sooner. And I can't be running him this far back either. See, Honeybee, I could run her as a serious deep closer because her response was amazing and her turn of foot was insane. I think this guy is fast, but he doesn't have a good response rating, so I actually have to get him on the move sooner, and it's better to keep him closer than further back. Can I fit into this gap, or are you guys just going to continue to block me? Okay. Yeah, moving him up now. I'm not going to take any chances here. Game will be like bad. I don't care. Come on, man. Let's work. Let's work. Don't care about rebels. I just want wins, man. Okay. We're still keeping up with us, but this is where I was supposed to be doing all of those races. Like, that's why I get frustrated, because it's like I know what I'm doing, but then I just space out. Like, it happens. It does happen. Like I said, this is a game I play pretty casually, even though I do take breeding serious in some aspects, but I'm not sweating over this game. You know, if I'm on the sim, like, my mindset's completely different. Like, I can't afford to space out. Every single tenth of a second of a lap makes a difference in racing, like, you know, motorsports. So I can't afford to, like, even drift off. But in this game, it's casual. You can even let your hand off the controller for half the race sometimes. So, like, sometimes I just space out, man. I really do, especially when it's late. It's 2:30 right now. 7-length win. Yeah, like, you know what? Let's just move on, because talking about those races I botched is not going to make them come back, right? My coach has always told me, on to the next play, man. That's all you can do. All right, Social Brandy's up in the Universal Cup. We have a chance. Very Fierce, gonna be tough to beat. So is Black Ruby, but I think we can rival those two. I'm not scared of them. Crafty Soul is gonna be tough too. I think we can beat everybody here if I run this race perfectly. It's on the dirt, but this is a good horse, man. His response is not great either, so that's why I messed up some of those races. These guys actually don't have most of them don't have good response ratings. You know, and I actually have not been used to that. So,
The horses are on the track.
yeah, we're gonna make this work in our favor now. Alright, he has a chance to win this. He's not a dirt horse, but he does have a good dirt rating. Most horses are just not that good on the dirt, but he actually has a shot. So if we can do this right, this would be a huge kickoff to his 4-year-old campaign of Social Brandy. Okay. Don't go for the lead. That's not your responsibility. Let these two do what they want to do. Okay, cool. So I feel pretty good right here. This is nice. Well, I'm not this far back, but you know what I mean. Alright, this is our race to win. Who's the favorite again? I mean, I have to watch, really, Crafty Soul. Fairy Fear is the favorite, but I also got to watch Black Ruby as well. I'm going to look out for Fairy Fear, especially as that horse is kind of running as a closer right now. That horse, to me, could be the most dangerous.
5 furlongs to go. Okay, this is where the race is won.
Okay. Okay. I think we need to go right now. We got to get a good jump. Let's go. Oh, come on. Come on, Social. I know we got a long way to go, brother. Where's the fight, Social? Come on, man. You have plenty of stamina. You can hang with these horses, bro. Come on, kick in. This is a big race. Come on, Social. Dig in. Half a furlong left to go. The 13 is rolling. Oh, wow. What a horse. What a horse. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. These dudes I'm racing on, they're making me so nervous with these races because it feels like we're gonna get swallowed up, and then they just kind of dig in, and that's the result. Social Brandy wins the Universal Cup. Wow. I told you he could do it. I told you he could do it. But it's like, man, they are really making it nervous. Quite nerve-wracking for me. Like, my gosh. Make it closer, why don't you? Social Brandy with the Universal Cup. That's a big win. You see what happens when I'm not spacing out. Like, I remember, like, oh yeah, they have bad response ratings. I do actually have to get them going way sooner. You know, obviously I was saying that earlier in this, well, maybe about an hour ago. I'm like, you know, like, I gotta get these guys going sooner. It's like, yeah, you really do, Eric, because they have terrible response ratings, so they're not going to respond quickly like you've been used to. You know, just kind of hit me. So that's 2 wins, right? Can Dear Vivid Dream make it a triple? I told you we're going to redeem ourselves on those 2. And Vivid Dream, perfect top, and then Last Runner, Scotch Type. I'm really only worried about Scotch Type. Like, Last Runner has not impressed me yet, and neither is Perfect Top. So I'm going to watch out for the one horse. That horse is technically the second favorite. We won this race last year. We can repeat again this year. Now, what's your response rating? 63. So not great. Better than the other 2 for sure. But still, takes him a little bit of time, and he is officially on the decline. So no GWS for this guy, I don't think. I think that's going to be too difficult with his stats. He needs more speed. His speed never got to where I thought it should. So, yeah, I'm going to try my best to make an effort once we get back into this game to stick him to just the normal G1s. Or anything I think he can legitimately win without much resistance. Because I think he's going to struggle at this higher level now. You know what I mean? So I would rather not put him in compromising situations. Late start, but it's okay. Alright, let's see what these guys do. You just move on over. That's fine. So I swear sometimes they bluff me in this game where it looks like they're going to really, like, send it out of the gates. They only do it from maybe, like, 200 meters, maybe even 100 meters, actually, and then they just dial it back. I know that's just how the game is and probably how they're programmed, but still. For the sake of laughs and giggles, sometimes it feels like a troll, even though I'm well aware that's not what it is. But then again, it wouldn't be unlike Japanese game developers to kind of troll their player base in some way. That's been a thing in Japanese gaming for quite a bit of time. I mean, I guess they would be more so... Some people would consider them Easter eggs. I don't know if you would call them that personally, but there's definitely been some trolling for quite a bit of time. I mean, come on, Gallop Racer 2006, if you have a terrible start, the jockey's literally bouncing off the horse like a freaking cartoon, you know what I mean? That is part of the gaming. That is not unusual. At all. Alright, Dream. I don't like how this is looking back here, but let's go. You're fine. You're fine. We need this right now. We need this right now. Let's go, bro. You got the stamina, man. You won this race last year. You can do it again. Okay. I'm looking out for the one horse. Oh, Dream is looking great. He's staying strong. Are we going to get challenged in the end? I don't think so, guys. That's 3 for 3 with my boys, and that's an awesome way to end this episode. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Didn't mean the extra whip. I was accidentally do that. Wow, I told you he can win that race again. It's amazing when Eric is actually paying attention. Guess what? He can actually win. Yeah. A lot of my bad results in games or just not paying attention properly, not getting dialed in with my horses, or having bad horses I can't work with. So it's either me or it's the game. That's a huge win for Vivid Dream. Let's go, my boy. Definitely have to save that. I mean, he won that last year, but still, that's another good win considering he's on the decline. Those type of wins when your horse is technically supposed to be like not doing so well. That's a 7th grade 1 as well, and he's still working for a title. So I'm gonna save, and yeah, we did exactly what I said I needed to do. Clean up shop and win with all the boys, and that's exactly what we did. So we have succeeded in that regards. Oh man, yeah, me paying attention to the response rating makes that difference too, because like I said, I've been so used to, at least for the closers like Perfect Dart, you know, Honeybee, Vivid Legend, Crimson Art, they all had very good response ratings, so I didn't have to actually be mindful of getting them started too early. Like, of course, Honeybee, because we were so far back, I knew I had to be reasonable with her, but she was so fast. I knew as long as I got her timed in a good window, and she had open space, she would absolutely floor it, and she always did. None of these guys are, like, super fast. I think Monsters Legend has some speed and power behind them. Social Brandy, I think, does as well. But none of them are Honeybee fast, you know what I mean? So, like, I've had to kind of like reconfigure my riding style because I'm not on those type of horses anymore. I'm not on the speed demons, so to speak. In fact, the fastest horses we've had in this game, they've all been fillies, you know what I mean? All of our fastest horses have been fillies and mares. You know, we've had Scotch Dancer, Perfect Partner, Perfect Dart, obviously Honeybee, a couple others. Like, all the gals have been super fast, man. It's nothing like the fast fillies. They're something special. And watching them run in person too is... I love watching the girls run, man. They're so fun to watch because obviously they're not carrying as much weight as the boys. So when they come out the gates, they just fly, man. They fly. The boys fly too, but like the girls, that initial burst right out of the gates is so exciting to watch. It's just like, yeah, these are 1,000-pound, some a little bit less or more, depending, but, you know, almost a ton weight-wise. Creatures moving at, you know, road traffic speed. That's just, it's, I talked about it earlier in this video. It never gets old to me, man. Oh, it never gets old. It's what I've always loved about horse racing, and I can appreciate it more now. Way more. I've always loved it as a kid, but, you know, as I've gotten older, I appreciate it so much more now. People don't understand that about me neither. They really don't. They project their views on horse racing onto mine because of X, Y, Z or whatever, and it's like, I just have a different appreciation, man. You know? Am I in the business? No, obviously. But even once I do plan on trying to get into the business legitimately, I'm still going to just appreciate watching the horses run. Like, I'm not setting crazy goals. Obviously, I would like to win, you know, if that could happen, and, you know, do decent, obviously, but I just enjoy watching the horses run. I understand some people, whether you've grown up around it or have been around it or, you know, just view it differently. You just may not view it that way. And that could just be a sense of just being around it so much, kind of being desensitized to it, but you know, I'm very simple. I don't need a lot of crazy things to feel satisfied or happy in life. So just watching horses run the way they do. And I forgot that was a GWS race for Social Brandy. So that was a huge, huge, huge win. In fact, this 4-year-old campaign has got to be his year for sure. Horse of the Year, GWS win. He's got to do it all. Monsters Legend. Finally, we get you that well-needed... well, bounce back win. Not a G1, but we'll get you there. Dear Vivid Dream. Like I say, he's on the decline. But that's a 7th grade 1. He's been consistent. 3 back-to-back wins. All grade 1s. He is on a winning streak. He's feeling hot. As a 5-year-old, he's still feeling... that's what I mean. Like, when you can win back-to-back your horse's morale continues, and I think that does help. Whether that's a thing in the game or not, I don't know, but at least it works. I feel like it works for me. And Social Brandy, you got 4, and you're earning money quite quickly. I think he'll actually possibly be the biggest earner I've ever had. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's save now. That way, next time I come back into this game, we can head straight into breeding. And see if our newest big monster foal is going to be a colt or a filly. I sincerely hope it's a filly, but the game has been giving us just boys, so I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. But I suppose time will tell, right? Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode of 2003. I know some of you will probably be happy this game is going to be going away for quite a bit of time. And no problem, because like I said, I am looking forward to getting back into 2004. Appreciate you guys' love and support on the channel, as always. And until next time, though, it'll be Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Hope you all have a very fantastic day. I will see you back in 2004, like we're going back in a time machine. Goodbye.